Hey, what's going on, man?
Mr. Tech Man.
Hold on. We gotta get started early today because I wasn't even gonna go live, so I did a lot of shit early this morning, so we'll be on time. Everything's right.
Okay.
We might as well just ramble over here before the rest of the people roll up in.
No problem. Yeah.
Let me go topics. Get them laid. So you already know our red alerts.
Mm-hmm.
They're pretty fucking crazy. Look,
Yeah,
you know, me and Adam
clank.
we've had a very heated debate about exclusives, their importance. I think the last time we really like went head to head, it was like one thing I remember him saying is that people outside of the fanboy community, which I think he referred to as crazy, they don't know the importance of exclusives, and they don't believe that one platform could sell it more.
I just looked at the top of your head.
Yeah.
One platform can't sell it better than the other. I think that whether you put your opinions out there as a director, a game developer, a designer, or actor, a mocap actor, you do know where games sell the best. I mean, it's really, really obvious.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
sell better on a console, and specifically they sell better on a Nintendo system or a PlayStation system. No one is dumb enough to not understand that. So when you put a game on the PC, you do understand the risk of it possibly not selling if you've had any type of information on a game related to that company that you're now working for. So
Right.
the actor that the model actor and the actor that plays the guy on Judgment, the main guy, well, let me just put it this way. He does not want Judgment on Steam for his reason. We're gonna dive deeper into that, but he does not want it on Steam.
Huh.
Yep.
Okay.
And
So
this is a first for us. This is a first. You know, we don't really get a lot of their opinions. I mean, from what we know, they say it's not right to get their opinions and stuff from these people because it can hinder the game or whatever. But if if the game is already hindered, why cover it up? You know what I'm saying? So this is legit.
So are you saying that you're saying that Judgment is hindered already?
By going to PC day and date with the major consoles where you know the game will sell, yes, because you're splitting it.
So
you're splitting it three ways.
I didn't read it, so it is going to PC day and date.
I think it is. But he's saying he doesn't want to do another Judgment game because you're gonna put it on PC and you're gonna hinder the money. That means you fuck his money up. Because you putting it on 3 platforms, one of the platforms is gonna sell. It can have a negative impact on the other 2 and make the game less serious in his opinion, and in my opinion too. That it doesn't make the money that it would normally make if it was like, hey, 1 platform or only 2 platforms. You want to put it on the strongest platform. Why put it on the weakest platform when it doesn't even matter? In terms of the revenue you're going to get. Like,
exactly.
It's not like you're not even registering what the fuck you're getting from PC, so why even put certain games over there? Especially higher profile titles. And I think I agree with what he's saying. Like, why would you do that when we've seen, again, he's working on Judgment. We understand that the people that did Judgment did Yakuza. They put those games on PC. Those games did not do numbers. And for some weird reason, the actor knows that they didn't do numbers, even though we know too, because we didn't get any numbers. And he's basically afraid that it will be on a decline if he keeps making these games with them and they keep putting it on PC. He believes it will be a decline of sales.
Yo, okay, I never even knew that those games were on PC.
Yakuza Kiwami, Yakuza Kiwami 2, Yakuza 0, and I think that might be it. but then Xbox got all the other Yakuzas on Game Pass. So nobody's making money off of Yakuza. You're barely making anything on PC. Nothing to brag about. Sega has not bragged about anything. Actually, they've talked. The only thing Sega has talked about in regards to PC is that, what is it? Persona 4 Golden got over 1 million copies in over a year.
Right.
But outside of that, they haven't talked about anything.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's what the focus of the stream will be about. But we're gonna definitely dive into another aspect of the exclusive talk and talk about today's news, which, weirdly enough, I woke up not too early. I think it was about an hour ago, and I didn't seem to see any trailer or gameplay video on PlayStation's YouTube channel. So maybe they take a break today. But I didn't see anything. Or maybe they'll post something throughout the day. I think that was about 10 or something. I checked.
Hey,
what's going on, everybody?
Oh, I was gonna say our prediction came right, bro, about Ratchet and Clank.
Yes,
like,
and we're about to
getting
go
back on lead with more stock on the PS5s.
And we're going to talk about that because this will be the third time that it was in the lead in the last 6 weeks. So 3 out of the 6 weeks it was number 1. Which is impressive. And this is why I also believe it only takes something small to put a game back on top. It only takes something small to have it keep making money. So we're gonna definitely talk about that dynamic. What's going on, Henry? What's going on, Arnold? I see you guys that are first. We're not wasting any time today because there's a big discussion that we're gonna have a between me and Games for Eternity and whoever else pops in here, and we're also going to definitely talk to the chat about how you guys feel about the importance of exclusives. Do you feel that they're important for you? Do you think it's important for the company? Do you think it's important for the growth of the system? It seems like certain other people don't believe exclusives are important, obviously on the Xbox side, but there are some PlayStation people I talked about that are willing to give up that title of exclusive games for it to be put on PC, for it to make money. That doesn't really matter because you already made money to do whatever you're planning to do.
All three of them.
You know, if people are gonna say putting a game on PC is the only way you can make money to do other things, that's bullshit.
Thank you very much, Jim.
No problem.
Have a great day.
So it's
what's up, chat?
Nice guy.
There you go. Henry said exclusives are paramount. Oh, obviously, man. Exclusives are very important, man. You don't have an identity if you don't have exclusives.
Exactly.
What you're looking at right here is a picture I made for the specific fact of smacking Xbox fans around on fucking Twitter, and it was very successful. I think I've talked to one Xbox fan where I used it. Other ones, like, I posted this image multiple times yesterday. One of the posts was like trending. It was like 200 likes. Then there was another one I posted. It was like it said 1,000 likes, which is big for me. Obviously, people tried to assassinate my character last year, but it was unsuccessful because I'm still here, still doing what I love, and I'm thankful for all the people that continue to support. So we're definitely gonna talk about all of that. Spartan, you can jump in here and talk about what your kind of statement means. But long story short, I used this image not too long ago to talk to Xbox fans. I was like, can you tell me what games, what games are you playing? What games have you played since November of 2020? Can you list them? I don't think I've gotten a reply at all. So, I mean, that's the thing. Like, you can shit on our games, you can try to nitpick and do this and do that, and that's perfectly fine. But when I ask you the question of where your games are, it should be very easy. It'd be like, oh, here, I played this. Here, I got this. Oh, this coming out. You should be able to like rapid fire what the fuck's going on. Obviously, a lot of PlayStation fans don't know the amount of games we've gotten. Destruction All-Stars isn't on this list. Sackboy isn't on this list. Yes, Destruction All-Stars didn't do good on Metacritic, but it was a good game, and it still was an exclusive. Sackboy, great game. Great cross promotion that they did on there. Astrobot isn't on there. I wish I had more panels for the app that I use on the phone. But we've gotten a lot of shit, and we're going to continue to get a lot of stuff. As you can see, Gran Turismo isn't on here. God of War isn't on here. If I would have made the list, we probably would have had over 20 exclusives, timed exclusives, third-party exclusives on this list. But these are the ones I think were important.
Like we got so many games over here, so we can't even remember all of them.
Exactly.
And Final Fantasy,
bro.
Yeah, Final Fantasy is on the list right there. Final Fantasy 16 is on the list. I feel like this list is something I'm gonna shop around. You know, I'm gonna post it in the Discord. Actually, I'm gonna go post it in the Discord screenshot section right now because it is hard to remember everything that we've gotten. We're gonna be moving into the third year of this console generation. Last year was the first. This is the second. Next year will be the third. Time's rolling on. But yeah, it's very important to know what the fuck we got. We got a lot. And even if you don't want to fucking remember it, cool. That's why I made this screenshot. Fucking spam that shit to Xbox fans. Ask them what they've been playing since November 2020. Don't say, hey, what exclusives do you got? Because all they're going to do is list games that are coming out next year. No, ask them what they've been playing since November 10th, 2020 when the system came out. They won't have a fucking answer.
They've been playing the game of wait.
Exactly. The waiting game.
Like even so, what games have you guys been able to pre-order? Like their game's not even on pre-order yet, bro.
I know. I saw you on Twitter talking about the pre-order. It does feel good to pre-order a game.
Bro, hell yeah. Oh, bro, speaking of that, oh my God. That thing, bro, that shit went viral, bro.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like, bro, it's like 300 or something. Like, there's so many fucking comments. I'm like, what the fuck going on?
It does, bro. It's like that. It's a renaissance of gaming, bro. Like everybody loves gaming. We love the console wars. It's fun sometimes, unless it's toxic coming from the Xbox community and the PC community I've dealt with.
Which
but
reminds me, you asked me what I meant about the you love to see it for live going away.
I couldn't hear you. You broke up just a little bit. What'd you say?
You asked me about what I meant by you love to see it about live going away. Basically, the predictions are coming. Yeah, the predictions are coming true. The predictions are coming true that they basically were pretty much going to eliminate live and roll Game Pass on top of it and say, you know what? You can't get live anymore. Here, take this.
Do you think they're still going forward with that?
Yeah, that's still going to end up going forward because the thing about it is that that's the thing that they're trying to push super hard. The only way to access any Xbox online will be you have to have this Game Pass Ultimate. That's the only way you're going to access online. They're trying to sit up there and do everything they can to toss a bunch of, to make their player base pay for this thing that they don't want.
Mm-hmm.
Man, yeah. Yo, I just looked at the status of this quote, or this tweet. It got 20 retweets, 14 quote tweets, and 318 likes.
Damn, that's a lot. Fuck.
Bro, when I tell you I was going through those comments, bro, it is so many triggered people, bro. So many triggered people.
Look, when I posted that one about something about PlayStation doesn't have any games, like, bro, there's a lot of triggered people. They're like, most of them are on Xbox. I was like, okay. I was like, I didn't make that picture, bro. Here's the picture that I did make. And then every time I send them the picture you're looking at right now, they didn't want to say shit. They was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's better. I was like, bro, I didn't make that picture. You got triggered off of a picture I didn't fucking make. This shit was funny.
Morning, y'all.
What's going? Good morning, man. I was waiting for you to jump in here. What's going on with your statement?
Oh yeah, I was supposed to jump in and
what's up, Spartan?
It was blocking me. What's up, y'all?
I want to get this part out the way real quick, Spartan.
Sorry, I was late. By the way.
No, it's all right. So, Earth Defense Force, which is a game that's been around for a while now, since the PS2 generation. Part 2, which is a PS2 game, has just, now get this, it's not going to be that funny, but it should be. Part 2 of Earth Defense Force, aka the PS2 version, has just landed on Nintendo Switch in Japan. I mean, a Nintendo Switch is a running joke to me. Again, I can still respect Nintendo of the past and shit on the Nintendo of right now because it's just nah, motherfucker. You need to make a new system.
What we just know.
A PS2 game finally coming to Nintendo Switch, and they didn't get the newer Earth Defense Forces. There was a newer one that I had picked up, Iron Rain, with better graphics, better everything. They didn't get that one. 1 second.
I mean, when you look at it, like, Nintendo has not kept up that same consistency. Like, the past does not delegate the future.
You got to look at the new CEO. He don't care as much.
Yeah, I mean, Sony, PlayStation, they're the only ones that's really kept up consistency, bro, ever since about 2009 or whatever. So,
And exclusives?
I think what it is that Nintendo doesn't have a do or die attitude anymore. You know, they're willing to sit up there and die on the hill now. It's at the point of, you know what, we're not gonna do to, because we have the fans pretty much that we're gonna have, and if we have anybody else, they expect us to be the secondary console. They don't expect us to be number one.
That was the point. Remember, Nintendo, although they competed with Sega back in the days, right? Like a fierce competitor, Nintendo really never went out of their way to like say, I'm going to murder this competition, bro. They just did their own thing. They always have from the handhelds in the 80s, you know, the late 80s and the 90s. They created the games. And even though there was a direct competitor to Sega, you saw Sega more.
Okay, that was Phil Spencer. He said Game Pass is definitely coming to the birthday party. What's going on? Also, Spartan. You said kinda. You said exclusives kinda matter. Elaborate on the type of exclusives and the platforms that it kind of matter to when it comes to a consumer that is like, let's just say this classic memory I have, right? Many years ago, during a snowstorm on the East Coast, it was probably like early 2000, probably 2002 or 2003. Snowstorm happened. Hit Baltimore real hard.
Blizzard.
Yeah, that was that blizzard, right? Yeah, around that year. So the blizzard hit. I was a young teenager, and I was in a group home at that time, and the blizzard hit over there at Baltimore. But we had lived in this house across the train tracks. Is a big ass shopping center. Not a mall. It was a big ass shopping center. You would call it a mall, but they call it a shopping center. It had a mom and pops type GameStop, but it had like a Shoe City and all of this shit. So we up here shoveling on the other side of the train tracks around the neighborhood, and we making tons of money. So we go to the fucking shopping center, and the other guys, they more on the hood side. I was already still a nerd. They on the hood side. They buying Timberlands. They buying fitted caps and shit. You know what I'm saying? I go to the mom and shop place, and it means so much to me to own my own system for the first time after working. So I had worked for that money, and I went into the mom and pop shop. I got my own Game Boy Color, my own, and it meant something. So what did I do? I went and got a wrestling game for the Game Boy Color. I got like an RPG, like a Dragon Quest or Dragon Warriors, shit like that. Later on, I familiarized myself with games like Pokemon and picking them up once I got a Game Boy SP, which again, with my own chore money I paid for, and that I would be grinding. I would be grinding and I would be trading games in to get other games once I beat them and shit like that, and knowing who Mario, like more of the type of Mario games I wanted, more of the type of Zelda games I liked. Then a couple more years later, knowing the difference between PlayStation and Nintendo. Even though I had early experiences with them, I was more in the tribal side because I've been with Nintendo so much. I thought the PSP was the bad guy. I thought it was a shitty system. While I had a DS, I flipped. the DS breaks. Well, my first DS gets stolen in gym class. My second DS given to me by my cousin that no longer wants to play video games. That one drops on the carpet. The top screen cracks. Okay, not that good of a product, but I can still use the bottom screen for Game Boy Advance games. And then it clonked out on me. I was able to get a PSP based off of my experience of watching my brother play PS2 games and getting new RPGs every Friday. And then my perception changed once I got the PSP. Once I had saw the graphics, once I had saw the features, like having pictures on my handheld game device, having videos, having music on my handheld gaming device, being able to use the internet browser on my handheld gaming device, something that the DS did not allow me to do. A bigger screen, a better analog stick. So then I understood, okay, this is what it's known for. I'm picking up Blade Dancer, which is an early RPG for the PSP. I'm getting some other games. Like what is it? Untold Legends. Like familiarizing myself with RPGs you probably don't know. Because that's what I was looking at my brother play. Then long story short, I get deeper into it. Go move on to the PS3. Know who these characters are. Like Nathan Drake, Ratchet and Clank, shit like that. The more you grow up when you're playing games, you know who are who. So when I'm talking about imagine a consumer, we're talking about a more educated consumer. We're not talking about like a younger JayTech that is just getting into gaming and finding out what he likes. We're talking about an older JayTech that is going out to get that PS3 based on what his brother had played.
So
One second, man. One second.
Yo, what's up, guys?
What's up? What's up,
Not much. Looking at all these games that I'm gonna have to buy.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's a good thing they're not coming out there.
Okay, so yeah. As an educated consumer that knows the difference between Xbox, PlayStation, and know at least one or two exclusive games or character games that really kind of makes your decision on, I really want to play this game. I like this other game, but yeah, I'm gonna pick this system. Most younger consumers that do start to understand who is who and what mascot is on what side, they don't have all the money in the world, so you do have to make a choice. Normally when you're younger, and I can speak on this, you're relying on birthday, you're relying on Christmas gifts, you're relying on chore money or allowances. That's how I grew up. You don't have a lot of money, so you have to make a choice, and that might be your identity. I know that there are a lot of people that got a Nintendo system or got an Xbox system over the last 10 years that probably didn't want that system, but that's who they are now.
Like, yo, Jay, you're missing one other part.
What?
The people who had to rely on the pawn shop too.
Oh yeah, well yeah, I just explained that. Yeah, because when I was a Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance SP gamer, once I'm done one game, I'm going back to that place to trade it in to see if I can afford the next game that I want to play. So yeah, I understand hustling and grinding like that. Not having a lot of money growing up, So do you think exclusives are kind of important to like more educated consumers, or do you think it's like more of the younger side, or the mom, the dad, the uncle, or the grandparents that just don't know shit about games? But some of which I would say, like Mickey Mouse, you probably should know who Mario is.
All right.
Well, I mean,
Jay, you want me to answer?
Yeah, I want you to answer. I'm ready.
Because you directly asked me.
Yeah.
I mean, I did say kind of, because it depends on the platform, right? So first, exclusives with the S sometimes kind of matter because you can have a million IPs, but only that one character stands out, right? So when I say exclusives, like you said exclusive, it takes just one to really define your system. Like Mario, for example. We all knew Donkey Kong, he was the mascot, and then Mario came along, who was in Donkey Kong, and you see how he's the face of Nintendo, like the whole Nintendo. You know Mickey Mouse for Disney, you know everything. But like the reason I said kind of is because people see a bunch of games and they can only leech onto one game. That could be the shit that sets them off. So in people's eyes, most of them exclusives don't matter. Once they see you something that intrigues the interest and everything, once they see that one game, it's like, okay, I like this game. Fuck it, that's it. Like for example, you see how Xbox has Halo, right? But like during the 360 era, they had Gears. You know Marcus Phoenix, the character. But here's the thing: the most dominant game on the Xbox 360 was Call of Duty. Like that. So I'm saying, in most people's eyes, people are buying console for one specific game or two, but like having just all this was like all the games just locked. It doesn't matter nowadays. It's sad because me, when I grew up, same shit, same era as you, the Game Boy Advance, SP, you know, the DS where you could put the cartridge at the bottom of the DS, I had the black one, then the DS Lite and XL, then 3DS. Like I've been there with you, Jay. Like I know that. I know exclusives matter to me. They matter because that's the reason. Why the fuck would you get that specific system? It could be because your friends are on it. But why your friends on it? What do they see? I always ask Xbox dudes, why did you get into Xbox? And they'll tell me the original Xbox had Halo, which is an exclusive, kind of. That's what I'm saying, kind of, because some games are not anymore like they used to. But of course they matter, but it's just to who they matter to and how much. That's why I said kind of, because they do. But in other people's eyes, they don't really matter as much as long as they get the game in general.
Whoa! You're taking that too far.
I know, but honestly, that's how it is in gaming now. People are really like facetious on a platform. They'll say they like this console, but then they'll kind of snub the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's 100% true. Like,
I mean, think about it.
I know exactly what you're saying, Spartan God.
Let me respond to that real quick. My bad. Yes. I don't want to hog it, but like, you see Days Gone, right?
Yeah.
Days Gone was a PlayStation 4 game. PlayStation fanboys kept it real when it came to the bugs and all this shit, right? I'll always say this. I saw more love for Days Gone from Xbox dudes who had a PS4 than the PlayStation dudes. Not JayTech, not Sekuma. They kept it real, especially with the patch. That crashed the game, the 1.6 patch.
Mm-hmm.
Seen Xbox dudes love that fucking game. And when they said it wasn't getting a sequel, they was one of the first people to jump on Sony for that. That was excellent because it's not on their system, but they like the game. That shows me that it don't really matter.
I understand what you're saying, but Sony wouldn't be Sony if they didn't have exclusive games.
That's why I said kind of. Because I said you can have all these games, but one game.
No, it can't be kind of. It's what it is. Right. If we would know nothing about Sony, if they didn't have exclusive games, Sony wouldn't be
right. They wouldn't be here right now. You're correct.
DJ, what he's saying is to the average casual gamer that only plays COD and sports games, they don't really care too much for the exclusives. Only the harder core.
That's true.
Core players.
That's what I meant to say. Yeah,
look,
like
so let me just break it down this way. God of War sold 10 million within 2 years, right?
It sold over that.
Let's just say within 2 years. Once it got to 10 million, it was 10 million. I think the PS4 was sitting at around 80 or 90 million console sold, something like that. Yeah. By the time that it got 10 million. By the time that they got 10 million, it must have been around 80 or 90 million, right? Okay.
That's correct.
So it's like 10% of what was already available. So why didn't the other people on there? Sadly, and it's always hard for me to admit this, we have way more casuals on any platform except for Nintendo than we do have hardcore gamers that will see something that makes our system different from the other and then actually go out and support it. So you can have the best game in the world and it won't be supported, and I don't know why anymore, because we know how good it is. And the media tells you how good it is, and the reviews tell you how good it is, and the awards tell you how good it is, but it's still not enough. I wanna just elaborate more on God of War. PC fans know how good God of War is, right? And I wanna break this down because I think Spartan will get a kick out of this. So recently, PCGamer.com about 3 days ago had some pretty harsh opinions on God of War. Not the game itself, but the way that they have to experience it. And they're pissed off that PlayStation Now is not a good platform for experiencing a game that they want to experience. However, you have two other ways to experience God of War. That would be to get a PS4 or 5 and own the game, or get a PS4 and 5 and keep the PlayStation Now subscription and download the game. So they're not, I don't think they're calling the game dog shit. They're just saying that the PlayStation Now is not the way they want to play the game. PlayStation's not dumb enough to give them that game right now. We don't know what's going to happen in the future, but right now it's still value. And we're going to segue into value. Let me see what we got. Are we zoomed in? I think we're zoomed in. Okay. But,
I just realized something. That everything that we're equating to what our outlets is due to commercial.
You got a lot of background noise.
Commercial exposure.
Bro, I think you're breaking up and you got some background noise, so I'm trying to hear what you're saying, but it was hard to hear what you was just saying about commercials.
Yeah, bro.
Hello?
Who is that?
This nigga at Coney Island or some shit? Like,
I think that might be Game for Eternity.
It could be. I am in a store, so.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay, that's you. You got that store music.
Yeah, store music.
I thought it was elevated.
Well, I just want to break something else down, bro. Look at how many people are watching. We got 45 people watching, but only 17 people liked it. Only 5 people disliked it. Right? Do you see that, though? Like, I understand the way it should be, but the way it is never makes sense to me. Like, if all these people are on PlayStation, you mean to tell me not even half of the people that picked up a PS4 dabbled in God of War or Ghost? Like, those both of those games should be sitting at 20 million or above. I know God of War is higher than 10 million, but I think that might be the last update we got. The last update we got on Uncharted was 16 million. I think Spider-Man was around 13 to 16 million the last time we got an update, but I'm pretty sure it's at 20 million. Those are system
What's the last
sellers.
game you mentioned?
Spider-Man. I think Spider-Man might be at 13 or 16 million last time we got an update. I don't know what it is now.
Spider-Man 4, 2018?
Yeah, the 2018 version.
That's 20 million.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
but
we didn't get an update yet, so I'm pretty sure it's high. Oh, Briggs, what's going on?
We haven't had a sales update on Spider-Man Miles Morales. Like, they didn't tell us the official sales numbers, but they did.
I'm pretty sure that shit should be reaching 5 or more million.
No, but they said Sony came out and said like it sold more than The Last of Us 2 and Ghost of Tsushima. So of course,
so
like,
it's over 5. Yeah, it's over 5 million.
They just didn't give us concrete numbers. That's
but what we're looking,
they don't give you sales no more. Have y'all noticed?
Yeah, I noticed. I don't know why, but I have noticed.
2019, they don't do that no more.
Yeah.
People told me they're gonna stop doing that, and they did.
I mean, they did give us a sales update in the progress report for Ghost, and I think it was 6.9 million. And that was, I think it was February or March of this year. It was early on. Yeah, it was March. Okay, so that's the last one they gave us a sales number on. I think that they'll be doing it in their financials. I don't think they're gonna fully hide the sales numbers because they still do sell games. But we're I guess we have to talk about that another. I don't know why they don't give them out anymore. But it's yeah.
A simple answer, Jay. If exclusive didn't matter, there would be no first party.
Exactly, and there would be no reason to buy studios, because if you're buying a studio, you want them for what they do and what they make, and you want that to yourself.
Not just that. there'll be no reason to have multiple consoles on the market because if they all got the same shit and there's no first party in it or everybody's independent, you should have just one system, right?
Exactly, and that one system would be PC.
It will be soon enough. Watch.
That's. I mean, I've talked to tons of PC fans. I've had discussions, debates, and interviews, and even though they do not want to admit it, the way that they think is they want everybody's game because they don't want to buy any console. And then when you do that, then it will be only one platform, and that platform will be PC that has everybody's platform. I don't think Sony's stupid enough to do that. If they can't isolate those sales. See, you can do that. You want to put every game on there, like Xbox. Nobody's gonna stop you if you feel that that's what you want to do. Do it. However, how do you isolate your game from other games on that market? It's already a flooded market on the Steam store alone. So how do you make your game stand out? Yes, they're known by Microsoft or they're known by Sony, but are they the type of games that the PC community would go out and run out and support? No. PC fans have, over the last 10 years, they have been going towards more smaller games. Smaller games sell a lot more. I don't understand why PlayStation puts their biggest games over there. They were smaller games that I think that would sell better on PC. Like a Fat Princess Adventure or fucking Concrete Genius. Or I want to say Dreams, but Dreams is pretty big. Once you dive into what it is, it's a creation tool. But like I saw a lot. I think it was I think it was U Games for Eternity and True Witty. You guys know you're good with computers, and True Witty's good, and he has some history with developing a game back in his day. But it's completely different. So you would have to change what Dreams is to cater more with the PC. I know a lot of people keep telling me, hey, put Dreams on there. I mean, it depends. I mean, if you change for a PlayStation Move controller for a mouse, then yeah, that'd be good. But the way you're creating is not the same way you're coding for a game on like an Unreal Engine or something like that. So it'll be a big learning curve. A lot of people have told me that.
I think that's what Sony wanted. Remember, Sony had a program for like college students to where they could be developing games. And
me personally, I think the magic of Dreams is, oh my god, look how good that is. They created that using a controller. That magic would be lost, and it would be no magic in that expression because, of course, you can create anything on a computer. You know what I'm saying? Where's the magic in? Oh, it's another tool where you can create a game. Oh, that's nice. When it's already, you see what I'm saying? When it's already a flooded market. There you go. Yeah, it's kind of like Little Big. The same shit with Little Big Planet. Why was Little Big Planet so big? Because no one thought that they could create a game or a game within a game on a console using a controller. That was the magic. It got tons of Game of the Year awards. I think this shit's sitting at 94 on Metacritic, the first one. It was the game that made Sony acquire Media Molecule. Because it was something that no one else had experienced. I see people that are using Kickstarter. As of this morning, I saw somebody using Kickstarter to fund their game within Dreams. Like, as far as indie development inside of Dreams, it is picking up. And I think they need to keep it on their system because they would directly benefit from it. You could put it on PC and then that developer says, okay, well, I don't want to put this game on PlayStation. I want to put it on PC first. Well, that'd be like, you know what I'm saying? You would be fucking yourself over. You created something, but you can't even keep it. You see what I'm saying?
Another thing, PC used a lot of people got PC also for like creation, like videos and stuff, like capture cards. Something that Sony put on PS4 launch and it's been used by King Thrash very, 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 very religiously. Share Factory.
Exactly.
That's another thing I think Sony created really, but they made it like a creation tool like PC will have on a console. And I think Xbox Studio gotta catch up to that because Microsoft should.
The 2 gens behind before. Like I know Somatic. Somatic has did like a lot of sports related videos. He did a great video with Michael Jordan. I think that's just sitting at like 100,000 views. He did his Madden campaign.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, he did some great videos, and all of it is Share Factory from PS4. Every single bit. From the thumbnail to everything. Oh, I see King Thrash videos.
Thrash, every one of his videos created in Share Factory, like the shit with the guys, the stick figures fighting and all of that shit like that. All he created in Share Factory, and to me, that's like wow, like you have
exactly. You know how easy it is to edit a video on a computer. It's really no magic. But if you're editing and creating that shit using Share Factory, that's like, oh shit, what you did that just using a PlayStation 4 or 5? Like there's magic in there. There's a little bit more meaning in that. I do hope that in the future PlayStation can get the ball running with Dreams. Add the multiplayer element like you promised. Make sure you can have a way for these younger developers creating games to export them onto the PlayStation Store to make that money. Add some more tools. Add some better graphics. Boost the graphics or whatever. Like you can do anything with something like that. It's a tool, so you can always upgrade it. And they have been doing a good job, but there's some key things that they need to do.
They gotta market that game more.
Yes, and it's so hard sometimes because there's so many remixes. But the remixes in themselves are beautiful, like the ones that Nintendo took down. Like Nintendo was so threatened by a couple of the Mario models that were created in Dreams that they fucking ordered a takedown. Like that's some
better.
Deep shit.
Because the games look better. Like Sonic. I remember when Gene first launched, they made Sonic. They made fucking.
You know, Sega never takes down Sonic.
Sega never takes down Sonic because Sonic is on every platform. Even though like it's marketing for them because like you make Sonic, it's like okay, you're gonna remember Sonic and buy games. Nintendo
oh my god, look at this shit! I'm gonna show this shit to my mom.
The only reason why Nintendo is threatening because if people are able to make Mario and they can make a better game.
But hear me out. Hear me out. I just saw this on M4G just now. Super Mario 64 just sold at an auction for $1.5 million. But you can make a better looking version of Mario 64 in Dreams for $20 or currently right now at $10. Or you don't even have to make it. You just search through Dreams and play it.
That's the problem. Nintendo doesn't want that.
Nintendo don't want that. Exactly.
I mean, right now, Jay, if you were talking about PC, right? Before the Switch came out, there was a Switch emulator already. I had it, right? So when Breath of the Wild came out, right? I had Breath of the Wild on PC, right? That was 4K 60 Ultra.
I remember that one. Yeah, I remember that one.
Right? I had it on the Wii U. And I had it on Switch. I bought like 3. Well, I actually kind of pirated it on PC, kind of. This is emulator. I had it for PC for free. I bought it on the Switch for $60. I bought it on the Wii U for $60. So I wanted to see the experience, and it's much better on PC. Obviously, it's more power. But the game itself, you can mod it and all that on PC. Like all I did was make Zelda look like a grown ass woman. I kind of made her look like Princess Peach. And I didn't make no videos, so I can't really show you. And plus, I don't have my PC from 4 years ago, so I made a version of it. Like Peach, you see how Peach is tall and her dress is like a fucking air balloon like that. I made Zelda look exactly like that. But you know her same character, she just taller, she looks grown, and it gave no compromise to the actual game itself. I just modded it. Like I see people make. Nowadays, they make GTA San Andreas mods and Vice City mods and GTA 5, and I'm like, shit like that you can make in Dreams, which I think that's why Sony hasn't put Dreams on PC.
Yeah.
Yet, because even though it's a creation tool, it's made for like indie developers. You could tell, and you know that's becoming an issue with Sony. They're saying indie developers are suffering on the PlayStation Store because they're not getting no marketing. And I think. Since Sony has so many games, right, from the first, second, and third party, it's hard for them to push the indie devs because most people aren't interested in that. And I think Sony, like you said, they've been consistent since like 2009. I think Sony, once they got that ball moving, it's hard to stop and just change gears and start pushing indies more, because when you have your first party bulked up, they make indie games too. So when you have a game like Dreams, Concrete Genie, Grow Home that you had on like the PS Plus, that game went to other platforms, but came out on PS4 first. Grow Home, PC, PlayStation, then went to Xbox. Games like that, Power Up Guns back in the days, like on PS4. I don't know if you ever heard of that. Power Up Guns is a fun ass strategy game, bro. What else? There's a lot of games like Rocket League became a thing because of PlayStation. It got huge, and I'll say Sony always pushed devs, but indie devs. But the problem is, there's too many games out on the market that people know of. That's why when I told you exclusives matter, you had games from the PS4 like Rocket League that blew up and it went to other platforms. So people see it, okay, it got its launch there, but other people want it, and when it goes to other places, people like, oh, it no longer matters if it's exclusive. All that matters is the type of game.
Hey, bro, fun. You've been talking for a long time. I've been scrolling through Twitter. I saw two things that basically just made me cry. Cry and enjoy. Okay, listen to this. Final Fantasy 15 sells out of the digital copies in the Square Enix online store due to a massive influx of new players. Do you understand how big of a fucking win that was for PlayStation?
Yes. Because
they were able to secure that game for 3 generations. PS3, PS4, PS5. It did not go to Xbox because, first of all, they didn't want to do crossplay with the PS3. Then, when it came to the PS4 generation, well, they really didn't want to do crossplay in the beginning, but then they wanted to do their own server. But Square Enix was skeptical about that because, again, look at these sales split we have on games now after Game Pass. Is it gonna warrant their own server? Are there gonna be enough Xbox fans on Xbox playing Final Fantasy 14 for it to warrant its own server? No, it's not. That shit's crazy, bro. That is.
You're talking about 14, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about 14, the MMO. Yeah, man, that shit's dope. The other thing that kind of like put a little tear in my eye is Kenna, and obviously the way it's gonna take advantage of the DualSense and how fun it's gonna be, how it's going to feel. It is a first game in from a new studio, and it's an indie game. But we know Sony has had a major hand in this fucking game. There's no way the quality, the quality would never be that way. You know, it's semi up there with the Pixar quality of Ratchet and Clank. It's up there.
Yes, it is.
I think this is gonna be big for that studio. We already have the confirmation that their next game is going to be PlayStation exclusive, which it should be. This game is projected to sell a boatload due to the fact that it's only $40. It's going to be on PS4, PS5, and the Epic Games Store, which I don't know if it's going to sell a lot over there if the PC fans can look past their pride and just buy the game on there, then they will. We know they won't. So
if I go to Steam, it'll sell like, you see Sea of Thieves is doing numbers over there on PC, right? Sea of Thieves is being carried by PC if you really look at it. So yeah, I can see that. But one thing I want to say to you is with Kenna, right? That is an indie game itself that's only the main known from the PS5 reveal. With all the Spider-Mans, Ratchet and Clank, Demon Souls, like Sony pushed that game. And right now, it seems to be a highlight. I believe it comes in August or October, one of them months. But like that, Sony has faith enough to release that almost towards the holiday season. That should say a lot for like Sony support indie devs. Because remember, big games come out. Remember, sales carry over months. So if you're around in August, you have September, October. I don't know what Battlefield comes out. If it's October or November, but like
Hey, bro, I think I want to bring something else to your attention. Now, this happened years ago. I had a problem with my Comcast internet, I had talked to Adam and some other people about it, but nobody really believed me. It happened with Titanfall 2, you know, so I gave Titanfall 2 a chance. I actually beat the game probably the year before last or so. It's not a bad game. It's really a good game. This is confirmed right now. This is coming from Game Informer. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Single player is fantastic. Sometimes I get in my gamer mode and I can play games real good. I'm a veteran on Killzone 2 and 3. A massive veteran on Shadowfall, so I can play some first person shooters when I get in it. I had just picked up the sticks. I wanted to try out the multiplayer. I think maybe like my second time on the multiplayer, and I played good. I was shitting on some motherfuckers, and I think I was shitting on veterans, obviously because I was new, and I probably shouldn't have done that, but I didn't give a fuck. And I got hacked, and I told everybody I was hacked, and nobody fucking believed me. I had to go through Comcast and change my IP, and it was just fucking crazy. Nobody believed me. So, as an hour ago on Game Informer, they're reporting that Titanfall 2 has become unplayable over the past few weeks as hackers took control of the game servers. The good news is the Respawn is working on a security fix. The less than good news is that only 1 or 2 people are available on deck to get a security fix out for Titanfall 2 because everybody else has moved over to Apex Legends. So yeah, I look, man, I never have a problem with my IP address or whatever to that point, and I knew that somebody had hacked me after the game because it was only after that multiplayer game where, you know, I experienced problems. I had kept that gameplay for a while, but I don't think I've ever posted it, and it's probably long gone now because I had to reboot my PS4. Gave it away this last week, but yeah, man, that's my only problem when it comes to like games going to PC that we're gonna have to do crossplay with, is that they got the option and the freedom to hack a game if they feel that they're not good at it, you know.
So do we.
I don't know how to do it, so I can't speak for console gamers because I know myself. I don't dabble in that, and I don't know how to. But it's more organic over there.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say.
Also, have you guys talked about that?
What do you say?
Have you guys talked about Abandoned?
What about?
I don't know. Who's got music in the background?
I don't know who that is.
What about the trailer that's coming?
No, but I'm just saying maybe they delayed Abandoned is because they delayed the PlayStation event. You know,
yeah,
that's my thought.
I heard a bit of a rumor about something related to a PlayStation event, but
because the thing is, like, why would they delay it? Why would they delay it the day of? They were supposed to release it. And now we're hearing PlayStation's event is going to be in August now, so it's like that makes sense if they wanted to. They maybe Sony pushed back their event, and that's why they delayed.
What's the date? What's the date now for Abandoned? I already know the July 29th, but what's the real date? What date?
No, the introduction is August 10th.
Well, that's my pattern. Didn't I tell you that was my pattern? It's the second week of every month, or the second to the last week of every month. So it's either gonna be the week of the 10th or the week of the 25th. That's what I'm saying. That's when they have a state of play or a PlayStation event, and this is a pattern I marked from last year to this year. Yeah.
Even Blue Box themselves said in their tweet, like, the introduction is August 10th, and there'll be a reveal trailer later in August.
Okay, so let's go track that down real quick. Let's see what August 10th is. What day is that?
That's a Tuesday.
Okay, so later in August. Let's see what we're looking at. We're in July. August 10th is a Tuesday. The Thursday of that week will be the 12th. So if you want to do a state of play, it will probably have to be that day. They have had state of
play, Jay. It's not going to be. It's not going to be a state of play.
Oh well, that's what I'm saying. They have had state of plays, and the 2 PlayStation events have either been on, again, the second week of a month or the second to the last week of the month, always on a Thursday. So this is what we're looking at. We're looking at the second to the last week of August is the 26th, which is right behind the 25th pattern. And then as far as August, the beginning of the second week, that will be August 12th, which is the second week of the month, and that's also on a Thursday. So again, I already have a mark.
Yeah.
So
And Jay,
for the
I'm
12th
just
and the
saying.
25th. You don't think they're gonna spread it to September? You think it'll be August?
No, it's going to be August.
Okay.
It's going to be August.
August. Just
Yeah.
like last year, it's gonna be
Like
August.
later in the summer.
Well, I
And the
mean,
thing is,
last year they did September and then they did June. They left July for Xbox and they left
I think they
August or
consider that
something.
fall. They consider September to be fall. That's
Okay.
what they consider.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, that
don't
makes
think they
sense.
would do- I don't
But-
think they would do September anyways, because there's way too many games coming out in September, bro. Like
Right.
everything's coming out.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Right,
Nah,
exactly.
you're right.
And the
Yeah,
thing
I forgot about that.
Jay,
Yep.
and just think, maybe Sony's event might be after the release of Kenna, when that releases, you know? Get Kenna out of the gate.
Well,
Talk about
then
new
that would
games.
be August 26th.
Yeah. And Jay, like, I was just thinking this because it makes sense why Abandoned got delayed now. Maybe because Sony pushed back their PlayStation event.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
it makes
That would make sense. It does. And I saw somebody post that it's a good chance it'll be I saw this on Twitter. It'd be a good chance that
I want to get
August.
a red. Well, it's not a red alert, but it's by our boy over here, Frostbite Slash. You know, when he posts a super chat, it is definitely important. So let's read this one off. This is a £5 super chat coming from our boy Frostbite Slash from the UK. He said Benji Sells said in a recent podcast that Sony are watching Ember Labs very closely and wouldn't be surprised if they join PlayStation before the end of the year. Okay. This is marking up. Hey, Spartan. This is marking up to a lot of our predictions. Blue Point, House Marquee, and Ember Labs. That's some heavy duty indie, but of the highest quality.
That's what you kept saying. You mentioned Ember Labs multiple times.
Yep.
But guys, you know what I think?
That game ain't gonna look that good with Sony helping fund it without them buying it. And yes, I'm gonna say it. Kojima has to redeem himself. Yes, he's a legend. Yes, he created Metal Gear Solid. But we all know Death Stranding didn't sell good. His next project is gotta have to do good before Sony can acquire him. And yes, he's gonna want to have Sony acquire him. Everybody on the Xbox side saying, "Oh, he doesn't want to be owned." Yes, he does. Everybody wants job security. Everybody wants it.
Kojima?
Yep. But I think the main thing here is if Sony can acquire him and get the rights to games he used to work on. For him to be a major president of his own studio and have people work on those legendary games that people like a Castlevania, like a Metal Gear, like a Silent Hill. I think that's a Sony dream right there. They would not mind having that underneath their umbrella.
I think they should pick up Sumo Digital as well, because the thing is, they're great for platformers and stuff, especially with Sackboy and stuff. Like, go ahead. I
think we're about to be surprised. This will be the first time in all of PlayStation. No, I think we're gonna be surprised of the first time in PlayStation history that they've owned. They went after so many studios in a single year. I don't think that they're only gonna stop at these 3 or well, it would be 4 because of Nix's. I don't think I think we're looking at about 6 by the end of the year in total. We could be looking at 6 by the end of the year.
Yeah, and also, Sony's playing smart. Because the thing is, they're partnering with the studio, see what they can do, and then if they're good at what they do, they're going to pick them up. And I think that's smart. Because
I just showed my mom that Mario 64 sold for $1.5 billion. I said, be sure to keep old games so we can review the value. She said, you bet your ass I'm going to all the thrift stores. Yeah, I mean, bro, them motherfucking games like bro. Did I tell y'all about my project, right? It's basically an old school project. I'm getting a PS3, right? Oh shit, we can do the GameStop. Yeah, I love doing GameStop shit. We gotta call GameStop about exclusives real quick. But I'm getting a PS3, right? And I already have PlayStation All Stars. I'm getting this piece so we can have higher quality PS3 footage, and then on top of that, I'm getting MotorStorm Pacific Rift, and I'm thinking about getting Folklore. But long story short, I want like older games. Now, the memory stick for the PlayStation Vita TV is coming in this week, I think on Wednesday. So I'll be able to show off the Vita gameplay and what it was doing and give people a positive look at. PlayStation did good stuff before some people came over. I'm not going to discriminate people about that, but they feel like they did a bad job. But they didn't do a bad job. I think they did a great job.
Sony?
Yeah, I think they did a great job with the PS3. It's just, it was a slow speed. But, prime example, look at your boys over there at Insomniac. I think they did like 4 or 5 Ratchets and 3 Resistance games in a single generation. During a recession. Come on, bro. Like, PlayStation was at the top of their game with the PS3. Yeah, we remember PS2 fondly, but they were working, bro. They had to work for a reason, but they were working. We got 2.5 Infamous games from Sucker Punch. 2.5. They only gave us like 1.5 Infamous games last gen and a new IP. You know. But PlayStation Studios that they had at that time, they were working, bro. You got 2 Little Big Planet games, a Little Big Planet go-karting game, then you got another go-karting game. Shit, we had multiple games. Like, we had multiple racing games. It wasn't just Gran Turismo. We had a MotorStorm series. We it wasn't just Killzone. We had Resistance as first-person shooters. Like, we were getting massive amounts of games, bro. Tons of multiplayer titles. Like Warhawk, Starhawk,
Dude,
Uncharted 2 and 3.
Dude, it's scary because the thing is, during the pandemic and everything, Insomniac, what they have done for Sony already is scary. That's scary.
I think that's the best acquisition and will continuously be the best that they have ever done in Insomniac.
Oh, yeah.
Because the thing, to me, it's just like, Insomniac has done more for Sony than, let's just say, Ben Studio, for example. Because the thing is, Insomniac has put out so much content for Sony already within the PS5 generation alone. We're being spoiled, honestly. We're being spoiled at this point. And they're not done. They're not done.
That's a scary thing.
Yeah. I mean, I think that if anyone was worried, I talked to Adam. He did think that there will be a point where Xbox is able to put out more games than PlayStation. And I feel that, yes, they have more studios, but you have to look at their studios.
No, but the thing is, yes, they can put out more games, but the thing is, are they going to be quality? That's the main question.
My question about that, right? They should. They have 20-something studios. They should be able to put out more games than PlayStation. But what has happened this year? How many games has 23 studios put out?
This year?
Yeah.
None.
Okay. How long? I'm playing an RPG, bro. I was up until 5 in the morning. I know y'all saw me on Ni no Kuni training different Let me explain. Bro, I fell asleep on the game, woke up, started playing the game, fell asleep, woke up, played the game again. Bro, I was grinding. You know how I feel about Pokemon, but what I love about Pokemon is you're leveling up that fucking monster so that nigga can be the best motherfucker in the world. You can evolve him. He can look like a mean beast and get him all of these skills. He can just one-shot motherfuckers. So what happens on Ni no Kuni is, you can capture a monster and you got them, let's say, in a baby phase. But once you evolve them, they go back to level 1. So you got to grind them back up. Do you get what I'm saying? So then once I got them to the 3rd level, they go back to level 1. I got to grind them back up. But then I was up here playing the game, like, a way I don't normally play. Because my niggas, they was already like high level doing high attack. Guess what I didn't do? And I was still fucking shitting on people. I didn't have the recent weapons. I didn't have the recent, armor. but I was shitting on people. Then, instead of doing 40 attack, when I got the recent weapon, I was doing 70 and 80. That's what I'm talking about with their studios. Have their studios been tested? Have they leveled up to the level of the PlayStation studios that currently exist right now? That's like saying a young Kobe Bryant, fresh out of motherfucking high school, is going to be, let's say, fighting, going head to head against Michael Jordan and his prime. It's not happening. It's not happening. When he got up to the Mamba status, yes, he could go head to head with Michael Jordan. You see what I'm saying? So it's you have to take time to get to certain levels, and I can't respect any of them because they just been acquired. So what are they doing? They're starting back at level 1. Prove me wrong. Where's the newest Elder Scrolls? Where's the good? Where's the good fucking Fallout? Like, they gotta start over. They're bringing out new IPs, so they're starting back over at level 1. You gotta build yourself back up. And I don't think that they're gonna be able to produce that many games until about 4 or 5 years later when they reach that level.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Jay, but that analogy you just gave using game, that actually was pretty damn good.
It's true,
That was very good. That's how you did the Cooley aspect in Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good way to say how like starting over could harm a studio.
Exactly.
We say give them time, but the only studio I really want to see something from right now, especially right now, is Ninja Theory. Because I see Playground is making Forza and they're making Fable as well, right? Okay, so we know what they think is doing. We see Ninja Theory's working on Hellblade, another IP, and
I like Ninja Theory's situation. It's a continuation. So yes, you didn't evolve. You're the same, but you have new attachments, you have new weapons, you have new armor. So you're playing better than you were because they're still the same. Some of these other ones that they acquired, they're starting back at level 1 because they're not continuing any game that we know. They're starting over with new IPs. Same shit with Insomniac. They didn't have to start over. They continued. That's why I like how PlayStation did shit compared to Xbox. They groom them, they stay with them for multiple years, then they acquire them and continue and allow them to continue the success. They don't change the projection of what that studio is or where they're about to go. They let them do more, but they give them more armor. They give them better weapons.
Yo, you come with some wicked analogies, man. Like, yo, what's going on today?
Hey,
JRPGs, bro.
It is what it is, bro. But it's true. It's true. It's like it's a lot of studios that Microsoft acquired that I feel like they're forcing them to do some of these other type of games that, like, to the Xbox fanboys, they think they're getting a new IP, but in reality, they're getting a game that they wanted them to put out because you have to have them connected to the online. And the game is going to be on Game Pass. You can still make double the money off of the subscription, which you are. So they thought they were going to get a lot of single player games, but they might not. And even if they do, are they going to stand the test of time? Are they going to be better than the PlayStation single player games?
You got to think of this. I feel like Microsoft will favor other developers and some of their own, because the thing is, it's like for example, Halo. It has over $500 million in that game that they're using. Over $500 million.
I need to understand though why. Where's the majority of that money? Is it the marketing or is it the game development? I never understood that.
R&D, it gotta be R&D because there's no way you're making the new engine don't cost that much, bro. And the way it's looking, bro, it can't possibly.
No, that's what I'm saying, bro.
It is that much, though. And the thing is,
I know it's that much, but I'm just like, most of the money, where is it going? Like, where's most of the money going?
Well, the thing is, you got to think of this. It's a 10-plus year game. It's a 10-plus year game. And because the thing is, that's what it is. Halo Infinite is going to be a platform, first and foremost, where it's going to keep on growing and keep on growing. That's what... But the thing is, I don't know how they're going to make that money back. Because the thing is, Xbox gamers aren't buying games. And you think Game Pass isn't even giving them profit.
Well, the way they want to make the money off a specific just Halo Infinite, I think it's microtransactions, but I don't know if Xbox fans would be as gullible to do so. I'm just saying. I mean, everybody is dabbling in microtransaction. A lot of the fans and gamers, we have, so I mean, I know I have got some microtransactions, but I don't think
that's why I'm thinking
that the hardcore ones are gonna want to keep spending microtransactions on these online games. But again, that is what I was talking about. So like they got a lot of online games. Sorry for cutting you off, bro. They got a lot of online games, and a lot of them I think they have microtransactions because, like you saying, it's already free. They can't make money off of it.
Right, and also Jay, like the thing is, since this is going to be a case where they can't make money, qualities are going to suffer. The game's quality is going to suffer because they're not going to have enough money to, develop their vision for the game.
Hey Flex, I see what you're saying, bro, and I like that because we understand that was wrong and it was put to the test with Dark Alliance, a very very bad game. But you had the option to buy it. It was on Game Pass, but you had the option to buy it at a reduced price, right? That's what I hear. You put a game on Game Pass, it's free, you can get it for a reduced price. But
Jay,
nobody brought the game.
If Microsoft was successful at it, we would not have Game Pass today. We would not have Pass today.
No, exactly, yeah. Yeah, it only exists because people didn't buy games on Xbox and they was losing money.
And they're not even buying games. They're not buying games still. So it's like, okay, cool.
Their console sales are low too, bro. Like Xbox Series X, we already know it's not gonna be PlayStation, but I feel right now that they really gotta get that shit situated. They have to get it situated, Briggs.
Yeah, and the thing is, you can have all the content you want, but the thing is, if it's shit, it's gonna be shit. That's at the end of the day. Because it's like, I'm not gonna, basically, for example, Netflix. There's a lot of things on Netflix that people don't watch and I don't want, because the thing is, we don't care for it. Again, you have shit content. The thing is, it's not gonna make your service at the end of the day.
Well, wish them luck.
That's all you can do, man. That's all you can do.
I want to see them though. I really want to see what they could do, man. Because believe it or not,
it's just a really tall order, bro. It's like one owner at the NFL owning multiple football teams. You already know how hard it is to own one football team with multiple coaches and administrative people and players. But one owner owning like 23 football teams, how stressful would that be?
And Jay,
how expensive would that be?
It's very, because the thing is, Microsoft is still looking to buy more people. But the thing is, how are you going to manage all of those studios when you couldn't even manage the 3 studios that you had before? So it's like, how are you going to manage all these people? Because the thing is, look at Rare with Everwild. Obviously, they weren't keeping a close eye on them enough because they had to reboot the entire fucking game. They had to reboot the entire game. We're not going to see that for a few years. So it's like, you guys can't even keep a watch on your studio, so why do you think it's okay to keep
I heard you even though you booted out, but that's the thing. How do you keep an eye? But y'all know one thing about Microsoft, right? Even though they buy studios instead of grooming them, when Microsoft puts their heart into something, and they do have like a passion project, Microsoft will finesse that shit. Well, we've seen that before, especially when it comes to
I think their baby right now is Forza. And I'm perfectly fine with that.
Right now,
I'm perfectly fine because that game will push other people to maybe look at, maybe we need to have something similar. And I'm perfectly fine with their baby being Forza instead of Halo for all the generations. Halo will never be Mario because Mario can go anywhere. Master Chief is a shooter and it will always be a shooter. Did y'all
see the F1 2022? Did y'all see the little preview of that?
No, I did watch the Gran Turismo competition this weekend.
It looks the fuck good, bro. I was like,
F1 2022.
Yes. It looks very fucking good. I was like, okay, so Forza might have competition even more now because that game looks very fucking good
I think that's a really good talking point. I'm about to get some cereal because I'm gonna need some energy to talk to GameStop people.
I had that already.
But yeah, because I'm calling GameStop, so I'm gonna call GameStop within the next 15 minutes. Yes, hey, we gotta do it. Okay, we gotta do a review. We gotta do a review to see what they know about Xbox. Maybe they know shit that we don't know. It's always fun calling these guys because they're so fucking clueless.
GameStop, you said?
GameStop, yeah, GameStop.
As in Microsoft's partner, GameStop?
Yeah, maybe they'll tell us what exclusives are currently out. That's what I'm gonna be asking. I'm not asking for shit that's coming out in fucking 4 months. I want to know what the fuck's out right now.
This is fantastic. Love this idea, Jay. Do it.
No, you do not love the idea,
bro. This shit hey, it has to happen. But
he's gonna harass them again.
I feel
it's a slick troll. You know, you gotta love it, man.
Bro, he used to call them niggas that asked it was Crash Bandicoot an exclusive, and they used to be like, "Yep." He used to hang up. I used to be like, "This nigga has grimy, bro." And then it actually came out on the platforms, and I kind of laughed at him because I said it would.
Oh shit!
But hey, you know, I can see Microsoft coming out with some hits, man. Like, cause think about it, they have one studio that I'm very fond of, and this has nothing to do with Bethesda, but it does have to do with RPGs, and that studio is Obsidian. That is going to be their baby right there, because they make, like, me and Trudy was talking yesterday, right? And it just me and Trudy. And I was telling him about Obsidian, like how they was talking about exclusives, ironically, being bad, but then it was the same ones who was like, Starfield won't be on PlayStation, and neither will Hellblade 2. Okay, that's fine. You know, it should. Microsoft bought the studio. But I was saying to him, Obsidian is a studio that can make a lot of games fast as fuck and quality games like Insomniac does. That's a dangerous studio you got to look out for. Because if they can make RPGs, they can make other games too. That's the thing. That's the bad part. Obsidian can make almost every type of game. I know shooter they already made. A third-person shooter, the Outer Worlds exists. So like, they can make it. But I want to see Obsidian make a platformer for Xbox. That's what I really want to see. I really want to see that because honestly, that's something they need. Because I see when they got rid of Record, I'm like, Record, it wasn't even bad. Like, what the fuck? Like I liked it. A lot of people didn't like it, but I don't give a fuck what nobody thinks. But that was a good game as well. But Obsidian, though, remember when they have a specific amount of people, they get busy. And Playground, I know Playground can make hits. Look what they did with fucking Forza. They took Turn 10 and made them look like a fucking joke. If you really think about it, they made them look like a joke. Because they made the better Forza game as a showcase of the Xbox now. Forza's their baby, yes. It's been their baby since last gen, right? And it's good now that it's getting its attention. But the problem is, you can only depend on a racer for so long to be a showpiece.
Yeah, they're samey, you know?
They're too comfortable. That I don't like about them. And I can see them coming out with more games on PlayStation at one point, but like it won't be no droughts. But the problem with Microsoft is when they do that, they like to put all of them in 1 year, and they end up overlapping, and it might be one game that people like better than the other, and they just choose that one, and the other game flops.
Yeah,
I saw it happen in 2015 when they had Rise of the Tomb Raider as exclusive.
Yep.
And then they had Fallout 4 marketed. It came up the same exact day, right?
Oh yeah, sure did. Yeah.
Right, murdered fucking Tomb Raider. It murdered that shit, bro.
And also,
that's bad.
It didn't help because the thing is, since it was exclusive to Xbox, the PlayStation fan base was excluded, and PlayStation fans actually buy their games, so that didn't help the situation at all. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they buy the games, and the problem is that franchise did not even start on a PlayStation. It started on, I believe, it started on the Nintendo or Sega? Nintendo, right? Tomb Raider started on Sega or
PlayStation.
Sega? No.
PlayStation, I thought.
No, Sega. Wait.
Oh,
I think
Dreamcast. Dreamcast?
Dreamcast. Okay, yeah, I think.
Because I remember I had Tomb Raider, but I played it on PlayStation 1 though, but I think it was on Dreamcast. I used to play that shit all the time.
I think it was the Saturn. Let me check. Sega Saturn. Yeah, it was a Saturn. It was a Saturn. Oh, it actually launched in the same year though. It launched on Sega Saturn October 25th, 1996, right? PlayStation it launched November 14th, so it launched only 2 weeks later. So it started on Sega and PlayStation same time already.
Because I didn't play the first Tomb Raider until Tomb Raider 3 was already out.
No,
That's right. I didn't play it like 99 or some shit.
I played this shit, bro. And to me, so like that makes sense. But as far as making good games, I don't doubt Microsoft Studios can't do that. The problem would be in what time frame and how spread out would it be. That's my thing.
Right.
Because we all know they have the studios to make games. Absolutely. They absolutely do. The problem is how many games you can make and what kind of games you can make. And when do you have the time to really say? Because look, Microsoft, the third party is more the competition. Not even Sony's first party. Third party, because they're trying to be a publisher at the same time. So they're competing on Xbox and PC. They're competing against third parties more than Sony first party. They have more competition as the publisher because they're competing with Activision. Even if they're partner, like you see how they market in Battlefield, right? Battlefield is a direct competition to Halo. Just holiday, which I don't see why the fuck they did that. But yeah, that's the sad part about it. They're kind of trapped because it's like, how could you really push a game versus your game?
Right.
Yeah.
That was a dumb decision.
The thing is, like, Xbox does have great studios because I think Playground Games is their best developer. My thinking is, but having Obsidian, having Obsidian and Playground, I think those are their best studios, honestly.
It is. They are.
Yeah, but now, I don't hear anybody talk about the initiative now because the thing is, everybody's been leaving there. So it's like, that game might be in trouble. Because the thing is...
What game?
Perfect Dark.
Oh, that shit finished up, bro. That shit dead. They're not talking about that. If Phil don't talk about that shit, this shit's over.
The only reason why they don't talk about that is because the speculation of it being a new IP has been discovered.
They hype that up to be their quadruple A studio. Hype that up to be their quadruple A studio. But then here it is, and nobody's talking about it, and everybody's leaving the studio.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Oh, because maybe everything's not going well. And that's what I think.
That's what I heard. That's the report that it's not doing well over there.
But guys, we know nothing ever really goes well over there, man. Like, I don't know what the hell be going on in these studios.
I mean, it was, to be honest, I think the fans and Phil hyped that shit up. And now that we know what's behind closed doors, we're like, oh, okay, well, it's just a fucking Perfect Dark. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's not, what's exciting about that? Nobody even liked Perfect Dark on Xbox enough to bring it back, bro.
Nah, that's a fact.
That would have been something bigger for Nintendo to get than Xbox to get.
That's the point. That's why they did it.
They did it because it was something that Nintendo possibly wanted.
Mm-hmm. And it's something Nintendo used to have.
But that's not just, bro. It's like saying, somebody had a hot girlfriend, and because you had that hot girlfriend, once I get that bitch, she could be hot too. Bro, she leftovers, man. I mean, that's the way I see it. She ain't as hot as she used to be.
That's the way I see it too. Like,
it's like, is Perfect Dark really hot? Come on. To be honest, the last two Perfect Darks were exclusive to 360, and they didn't do so well. I don't know, man. Yes, Xbox fans love shooters, but they need something bigger than shooters. They need a win. And that doesn't seem like it's going to win shit.
I need a fucking miracle, bro. I'll be honest with you.
They do. I mean, they have 23 studios. They should have a miracle among 23 of them.
Mean shit. Think about it. Microsoft at one point had the rights to almost every fucking third-party game, right? On the 360 era. What did Sony do? Have these studios pump out games. Insomniac themselves was the lead with the most games. Insomniac, if you looked at Insomniac released the most games on PS3 out of any publisher, right? Any publisher. One single game. You see Activision count with a lot of Call of Duties, right?
Yeah.
There is more Insomniac games on the PS3 than any person, any developer, any publisher. But people don't give them credit for shit like that. They already been that fucking studio, the workhorse. That's what they wanted to be recognized for back in the days, being a fucking workhorse of PlayStation, and they are. You saw what happened in this generation already.
Yeah.
They have the most games out of anybody again. Yeah, you have backwards compatible games, but new games so far and upgrades, they've been the lead of that. I'm gonna tell you, name a studio that could beat Insomniac at their own game.
Nobody, man.
That's why I'm gonna tell you. People will say, "Oh, Naughty Dog." I said, name that could beat them at their own game. Not that could actually try to. They can't. Naughty Dog can't even do that. And look how they did with Ratchet. The amount of detail in that game, bro. You saw that shit on Uncharted 4 when you could in the Scotland mission where you had to jump on them pillars. If you shoot the fucking the rock slide, the rocks will fall.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you right now, I think it's a scary thought to have Insomniac do Resident Resistance, because the level of detail they brought with Ratchet and Clank, they're surely gonna bring it along with them with the next Spider-Man and the next Resistance and even the next Sunset Overdrive. It's a scary thought to know. I mean, if I was Xbox, I would be afraid to know that Insomniac is on the battlefield. And we haven't even saw the best. Perlofi Digital hasn't put out Grand Theft Auto. We haven't gotten the Horizon Zero Dawn yet. We haven't got God of War yet. Like, we're seeing what one person, one juggernaut can do, bro. Like, if I was them over there, I would be scared, bro. We don't need to match them studio size by studio size. We can have 16. We can have 18. And we'll still have better fucking games, man. I'm telling you.
No, the scary thought, Jay, is that you have Insomniac and Naughty Dog and Guerrilla Games all under the same umbrella. And there's nobody. Like, remember how I used to say somebody's going to pick up Insomniac if Sony don't? No,
yeah.
That's no longer an option to say. You have them
Microsoft would have been in a good position to pick them up if Sunset Overdrive was accepted. Hear the words I'm saying, accepted by the Xbox community. The game could still sold as bad as it did, but it would have been accepted better by the Xbox community. I think that would have meant all the world to them, because they had for the first time they had their own chance to make something completely of their own. I do believe they have earned that from PlayStation as well. So if they want to go back to making something that was completely unique to them, I do believe Sony will allow them to do that. They've done a good job with Spider-Man, and they have done a good job with Ratchet and Clank. I believe Sony should allow them to go back to whatever they want. Shit, it doesn't have to be Sunset. Whatever they want to put out, whatever new IP, allow them to do it.
I think Sony are. Because they said that they didn't even scratch the surface of the PS5. That shit is scary to see, that they are the ones who pioneering this performance ray tracing mode to the point that even Doom has the shit.
Exactly. Like, and doing very well with 120 frames per second games.
Right. Like, I see they pioneered a new mode too as well, with the frame interpolation I'll be telling you about, where the 120 hertz will run at, instead of like 30, it's native 4K, but it runs at 40 frames per second. Bro, that is terrifying. So you're telling me the refresh will give you 3 times the performance but it's still 40 frames per second. You will get 120 frames like performance at a third of it. That's impressive because even Digital Foundry had to say, damn, that shit is impressive. Hopefully we see more games like this. Remember machine learning, DLSS, FSR, and all them shits? Play a hand and all of that. You can see for the first time you really have a console game developer putting out modes that PC don't even have. And they're making it in PlayStation games.
Yeah.
They haven't compromised without compromise.
And that right there, what you just said, they're having compromise without compromise. That's a scary thought. For just the first studio to take advantage and know these things. What if all of them do it?
That's what I'm saying.
Then the narrative that, oh, you can't have high quality without good frame rates. That whole narrative goes out the window.
I don't know about that because right now, Insomniac are proving it because Doom actually, believe it or not, took really good advantage of that mode, that ray tracing performance and all that 120 shit. That balance mode is excellent on PS5 and Series X. So you can see it's working, but that 120 frames hertz mode, that tells me one or two things. PlayStation 5 is going to support 1440p monitors very, very soon because that's the refresh rate you will have for the monitors. You're not going to have 60 hertz. That's one thing. If they support monitors, that means these games are going to start benefiting from that. To the point that you get a smooth ass frame rate, even if the number is low and you think it's low, it's really not. What if all the studios start doing that? Every fucking studio starts doing that. That would be destruction, really, if you think about it. Imagine Horizon Forbidden West has 60 frames.
It does.
Yeah.
No, at native 4K.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
That would be bad.
I think I can't wait for Horizon because I do like the Decima engine.
I love the Decima engine.
So I cannot wait to see all the detail. And we're gonna be in California, so you know it's gonna be a very bright, vibrant, beautiful area. They're doing good on the water this time. I think the water needed a lot of help last time.
Yeah.
But I'm glad they're doing good on the water this time.
They upgraded that engine for the PlayStation 5, so we're gonna see some good. They upped for the PlayStation 5, and they're still gonna continue to upgrade throughout the generation. So whatever we're gonna see for Horizon Forbidden West, just think they're gonna push it even further. You know.
I don't think that's it, bro. Because remember, they're also saying they not compromising for PS5. But remember, these games are also on PS4. So I think that they came up with some techniques and shit that really would not just make the PS5 look excellent, but the PS4 versions as well. Because Gran Turismo 7 is on PS4, and you see how that game looks.
Yeah, I know.
They go all out, and it's still correct on PS4. That means that Sony have a juggernaut of engines on their hand. I really do pray for them Xbox studios.
I mean that's the thing. Okay, let's say you got more studios, so you bring out more games, right? That's obvious, right? Mm-hmm. But what people are not thinking about, okay, Sony has less studios, but how many groups do they have inside of one studio?
Yep.
And they're growing them, Jay.
Exactly.
And they're also growing third-party studios like Remedy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and also Insomniac has like 3.5 teams, and they're going to be growing to 4. So it's like
said half. He said the right thing too. It is half.
Yep, it's 3.5. You got people that work on Ratchet. You got the people that work on Spider-Man. Then you got Resistance or Sunset people. Where I don't know where they want to go with their third one. But remember, I talked to you about the rotations. Mm-hmm. Actively, because they did release Sunset on 2018-19 on PC, they still are actively the only studio underneath PlayStation that has 3 games in rotation that are active. If they bring back Resistance, that'll be 4 games in rotation, which makes sense for having 4 teams. That's a lot of fucking games, man, for just one studio.
Think of that. Because that's something Activision was doing, but they put everybody on to Call of Duty. That should be smart, Jay, to have 4 IPs in rotation. Because then your name is in the news all the time.
All the time. Exactly.
Games are going to sell more. And people want Resistance. You could tell people want Resistance more than they want Killzone, because Killzone is more hardcore than Resistance. Resistance is a fun-ass game. It's like PlayStation's version of Gears of War. If you really think about it, it really was. And keep in mind that Resistance is a well-known name, believe it or not. People know what that shit is.
Exactly.
There's people.
Bro, but just me imagining, you look at the level of detail for Ratchet and Clank, them applying that, and obviously what we've been hearing, using the Decima engine to bring back Resistance, that is,
and working with Gorilla, and
that would be the craziest shit.
Oh, if that rumor is true, I swear to God, bro, I'm gonna lose. Y'all know I love Gorilla Games more than everybody.
That would be a crazy collaboration.
It's a reboot of the franchise. That's the rumor. It's a reboot of the franchise. They're working with Gorilla Games using the Decima engine. That's the rumor.
Well, let me talk to you about something I said yesterday, and I think it's related to PlayStation also, but I want you to hear this out. So basically,
another room?
No, because they just confirmed this morning that they're not for sale. That's what WB just announced this morning. So a lot of Xbox fans thought that NetherRealm was going to Xbox. I don't know why they keep doing that shit.
I would. So, actually would be a good idea.
Okay. No, I'm up here playing Cooney. No, I was saying, Briggs, the problem with PlayStation All-Stars is that Superbot wasn't, they went around to the studios, but a lot of the third-party studios rejected PlayStation because if the game was in development, from what I'm hearing, from 2008, 2009, all the way to 2012, that means PlayStation wasn't in a good position when it came to the industry. So if they did send an indie dev to go out to these other studios to see if you could use a character, they would get that type of response at that early on in that generation. You see what happened with Astrobot, and they were allowed to actually use different IPs. Many of the IPs, which was the ones that fans wanted in PlayStation All-Stars and was not able to get. I feel like the fun factor at Astrobot, mixed with obviously the people over there at Blue Point and maybe 1 or 2 other studios helping, could bring out a good fighting game. Not NetherRealm. Their only experience with fighting is Mortal Kombat. I heard people say Arc Systems. I don't know who else would help. But I don't believe that game isn't coming back, because again, PlayStation would be stupid not to want to have probably one of the most biggest advertising video games of all time, to have a fighting game with all your characters and all your IPs to market and promote other games that you also want to sell. You see what I'm saying? The amount of characters that we have that have combat capabilities is crazy. You have Aloy and you have Jin from Ghost of Tsushima and Horizon Zero Dawn. You also now have Celine, which is your character now, from Returnal. You know what I'm saying? You have the new version of Kratos. You have Ellie and Joel, which did not make it to PlayStation All-Stars because for some reason the game came out the following year, but they still didn't add them. The game basically got a lot of support pulled because Sony had closed down the same studio that they created. And then the following year, the PS4 was introduced. But it is said to believe that if they would have continued to support it, DLC was planned throughout the rest of the year, and if the game would have been accepted well, they would have continued to make more. I don't believe that they shouldn't go back to it, but they have to find the right balance. And you cannot task a young indie studio that doesn't have influence in the industry to get these characters. Like Nintendo, if you're going to go and you want a character for that game, if you care enough about it, you need to be the person to go contact that person because you have more pull than an indie studio that's trying to make your game. So I feel that if Sony themselves would have said, hey, bro, put that classic Dante in there. You can put your little DMC one in there, but we need a skin for the classic one. I think that they would have been more obliged to listen. But again, just seeing the sheer amount of classic characters that we got in Astrobot really made me open my eyes to it could work now because Sony has pull. They have pull. Again, it was said that Crash could have been in the game, but they wanted too much. Activision has a great relationship with Sony. If you would have made a game like that right now, that motherfucker would have been in the game. He's in fucking Astrobot with an Astrobot with his face. So I mean, hey, it is what it is.
I want to tell you something. I told Twitter yesterday. Sony should buy Crash from Activision.
Yes, because they're not fucking with him no more. I heard that they're not gonna be fucking with Crash, and it looks like they won't be fucking with Spyro anymore because they don't know what to do with him. Mm-hmm. They brought back their best games, and this is what I think people really failed to understand. They didn't make any new games. All they did was remaster the best games in history. It's almost like a swan song. And I think Sony is the only person in the best position to get those IPs. If Activision truly feels they can't make any more money off of them, I don't think they would have a problem with either Sony owning them or having a long joint ownership of those IPs. I could see something like that going down. Again, Sony got the money and they got the pull to get a lot of shit done now that they couldn't get done during the PS3 generation. And it's a scary thought.
Yo, I don't know if you know. I don't know if you read this off. You got a super chat a little while back.
Hold on, bro. Oh shit. Flex BG with the $9.99 super chat. I don't even think Microsoft cares about the console wars anymore. It seems like their bread and butter is about to be streaming services and Game Pass on literally everything, including smart fridge. True. It's funny, but it's true. They don't give two shits about having exclusive winning game of the year. They don't give two fucks.
And that's what I'm saying. Is that some of these Xbox?
Look, you got to remember, what did they bring? What are they bringing out this at the end of the year? Briggs, 2 games that don't even get game of the years anymore. A shooting game and a racing game. They don't get game of the years anymore.
No, Jay, we don't even know. Halo might get pushed back till next year.
The campaign?
It better not.
The campaign. I could see the campaign getting pushed back, but not the multiplayer.
No, I can see the multiplayer getting pushed back because the thing is, why did they not give a release date for that game at E3 this year?
Because well, he was sitting up there and saying, he was like, no, I'm sorry, I'm up here trying to play the game and talk to you. I think Phil Spencer was saying something about he's trying to find the right place to put the game, which is smart because you got Call of Duty and Battlefield that's gonna beat the shit out of Halo this year.
Battlefield, he's not worried about. Call of Duty, he is.
Hey, why would he be worried?
Because they even market the fucking game.
Yeah, but it could hinder what you try and do with Halo. You should be worried.
Yeah. Okay, so Jay, I don't know if these are red alerts, right? But Push Square, which we know really fuck with, but they said something just now, like I think an hour ago, that Gran Turismo 7 might have a beta coming up soon. I'll put in the red alerts, and then they put another article 2 hours ago
that kind of makes sense though. Didn't they do that with Gran Turismo Sport?
Yes. Right before it came out.
Yeah, let me go check that red alert real quick. That one sounds.
I put
yeah,
two
okay.
actually. I made two. The next one they said was after that judgment, the series might be unsure because the actor, his agency is holding him back. So that's another thing. So they're
Okay,
not sure
we
what's
covered
gonna
that
happen.
in the beginning. You missed it. The dude doesn't want to be in the game anymore if they keep putting it on Steam because he thinks putting it on Steam is risky to the game sales.
Mm-hmm.
I've been talking. Hey, you know me, bro. I've been talking about games going to PC for a long time, and they're not doing. That's not helping, bro. Look, he obviously got some sales information about Yakuza on PC, and obviously it's non-existent. So I can understand as an actor that is relying on revenue coming from that game. I can understand you wanting a little bit of a say-so into where you put the game at to make the most money for yourself. And I don't see that the PC community would support Judgment if they're not already supporting Yakuza's. And remember, Yakuza Kiwami 2 and 0 are on PC. Those have the same gameplay style as Judgment, where you're running around, you're freeform, you got mini games and shit. If those games are good, if they're not selling on PC, there's a fucking problem. So I agree with the guy. We never got sales report for that, but Atlas and Sega gave out a sales report for the $20 Persona 4 Golden. So that's something to think about. I mean, I think he's right, but
it's correct.
You know, like it's a risky because that is not a PC style game, bro. Like I don't know if they really care. I think they care that we have it exclusive, but I think when they get games, they're kind of less inclined to act on buying them or playing them right there because you have the freedom. You already have the game. You just wait for it to go cheap. So you're not really making a lot of money on a gamer that's just waiting to buy your game. It's not like, oh, you release it physical in the store and the retailer has to buy it and then you get money in advance and then you get a commission once you sell the game. You know? Like, it's not like that. On PC, on a digital store, like, well, you're just putting the game over there and if they choose not to buy it that year, well, you gotta wait till next year to get the money. So, he knows something that a lot of other people don't know, and it's weird for him to come out, but not the company. But that's how these companies will. They will never be honest about, hey, bro, we fucked up. We know this platform didn't like our games. We tried. We're going to pull out. No, they're never going to say we're going to pull out. They're saying, well, this is where we're at now. We're just going to keep putting the games over there. So, that will be a big, big L for Sega if they don't listen to this guy. And we know Sega has recasted people before, and I don't think this will be smart. Because this is a Japanese voice actor and a model for the game. The game is set in Japan. They will know if they change the actor. And we will all know why you changed the actor. So, this seems like a problem for Sega and they need to fix it. You know, if he says no to Steam, keep that shit on Xbox and PlayStation.
No, just don't put it on PC.
There you go. But you know what I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for the sales split this September. Oh, yeah. Yes, I am. I'm waiting for it. It's not going to the best of my knowledge right now. We don't have any information of it going to Game Pass. We know that when they try to secure these deals for Game Pass, it maybe be a couple weeks in advance to a month in advance. So we still have to see what's going to go down in the rest of this month, all of August, the beginning of September, if they will be able to secure Judgment Part 2 on Game Pass. I think it would probably be in their best interest to do so, because if not, they're going to get embarrassed when it comes to the game sales. That's a lot of money to hide your sales reports. I think people need to understand that's what's going on. You're paying a developer to put a game on Game Pass so the sales report won't come out and look negatively on your community, which obviously does not buy games. But how many games can they contract to Game Pass to hide the fact that your fans don't buy games? How much money do you got? I know they got a lot, Microsoft, but are they going to keep doing this with every game? It seems like a fucking annoying to do this.
Oh yeah.
I'm looking for holes, bro.
I know you looking forward, bro. I know you are.
Oh no, what I'm about to do, bro. This is girl at my job. Her birthday is in 7 days, and I will take her out.
I'll go take her out, bro. Don't take her to McDonald's though.
No, bro. I'm out to Manhattan.
Hey, don't forget to get her a Game Pass card, bro.
Yeah, don't do that either.
Wait. They still sell that?
Yeah, they sell Game Pass cards.
I don't even know if that's a thing, really. I'm just talking about it.
Yo, sometimes I be forgetting that should exist because to me, I just so used to buying games on a system. So a service shit, I don't got a problem with it per se, but I just don't. To me, it's foreign. Just we used to do shit, Best Buy and all them pawn shops. We used to write games. Yes, but no, you grow up. You're growing up. If you got the money to do so, nigga, do it. I don't get it. Like, responsibility. It's not like you can rent. Like, you see how you rent an apartment, you pay bills every month, right? That's different because that's a living. That's essential. Gaming is a hobby. It's not essential. So somebody told me that yesterday. Well, don't you rent an apartment or you rent a house? Don't you rent a car? You have to pay insurance every month. I'm like, essentials versus a hobby. Tell me, JayTech, is renting games the same as renting the fucking apartment or a house?
Nah, bro. Nah,
one is essential. One
is
right?
essential and the other one's not. No.
Does the price of living cost more than gaming?
Yeah.
So it makes more sense to rent something than just outright buy it, right?
Yeah.
You got phones that cost more than games, correct?
Exactly.
Because it's essential to have, right?
Exactly.
You need that for every day. Okay. Gaming is not essential. For somebody who loves gaming like me, bro, you won't ever see me fucking get Game Pass. Notice, you never heard me say I've subscribed to Game Pass. Have you ever heard me say in the last 4 years I've ever subscribed to it?
Yeah, exactly. You don't need to, man.
I've never subscribed to Game Pass. Like, I, at one point, had an Xbox One X, right? I got it before everybody else. October 29th, I got mine. And I got rid of it February 14th, 2018. I remember that at the back of my head. The first game I bought on there, right? I'm going to tell you in order of the games. Gears of War 4, Forza Horizon 3, Forza Horizon 2, Halo 5 Guardians, Call of Duty World War 2, right? Titanfall 2, Titanfall 1, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Rise, and this is literally the order. Recore, Quantum Break, Forza Motorsport 7. I can't really remember this shit off the top of my head. Forza Motorsport 7, Saints Row 2 because it was back compatible eventually. GTA 4, and then I played every single one of those games. And then I bought more shit like Shadow of War, the first one. And I compared it to the Pro, and I'm like, this is the exact same. That's why I was doing comparisons in my own little world. I'm telling you, you don't need Game Pass at all for Xbox games. And even what pisses me off is that Microsoft gives so many options they love to brag about. For them to brag about them shit, they never take advantage of it. There should be no reason Microsoft gave them so many games last gen, gave them all access, which kind of seems desperate, but it's a good option. Gave them all access, they gave them Game Pass, and if you subscribe to Game Pass, you get big, huge fucking discounts. And they're still not buying the games. To me, if I was Microsoft, I would have shut Xbox down and be like, all right, fuck it. Y'all don't want to buy it? That's it. We out of here. If I was them. And it's not like they lost anything. That's just, to me, seems as gamers are disrespecting Microsoft. Because, bro, they came up with the system, right? They came up with the brand. They came games. They got third-party games. They gave you Halo. They gave you so much shit, and you don't get them nothing. That's sad to me. Because we always blame Microsoft and say Microsoft this. But here's the thing. What is a company going to do when they see the majority of the people not buying the shit, and people who actually buy the shit are so small compared to the large numbers? That's not fair. So I think they're going to come up with a lot of games. But one thing I know for sure is some dudes are not going to buy them on Game Pass. play them, but not for long. Halo, they're gonna support that for a while because they did Halo 5 Guardians, Forge on PC. So I could see that being a hit.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I don't see them buying the games at a discount. I don't see them supporting Xbox long term. They can brag about Elder Scrolls and all that. I don't see them doing that shit, and it kind of fucks with me because as someone who played Elder Scrolls and loved that series, except Morrowind, someone who loves actually Bethesda games, I'll fuck with, even though they're buggy. I'll fuck with Bethesda. You can go check if you want. Dishonored 1 and 2. You see me play the Evil Within, all of them games. I'll fuck with them. Mortal Kombat and all that. So to me, I don't like it. I can see them coming out with more games, but I can see them having more bad news to report when they come up with them. So I think they low key enough. When they say they're trying to find a place to put it, I don't think they're, well, obviously Call of Duty's a threat, but I think Microsoft's legit worried that gamers are so fickle that they're going to choose one game over theirs every time. Even if the game is good, I think the perception around Xbox is so fucked up now that when they come up with a game, even if it's good, people are not going to play it. And I think that's why Game Pass exists, not just because of sales. Now they have an excuse to say, okay, it's in the service. If you don't buy it, we don't have to reveal sales numbers. So that's what I think, Jay. I really think they'll come up with some good games, but people are not going to big it up, or it's not going to be rated high. I think they're going to shit on them still.
Mm-hmm.
And that's sad. But yeah, I think that's just going to be what it is. Well, I'm going to need that Gran Turismo 7 beta, though, if that shit is real.
Bro, I'm up here at a stuck spot in this game, and I'm up here trying to. Oh, that's what it is. False.
Who think the beta is real?
Oh, it was Paul. The beta. They would need one. And that's a big need. You're gonna need a beta for Gran Turismo 7 because everybody and their mother will be on there on the PS4 version and the 5. You need to make sure those servers are right. Yeah, that's a big ass game, bro. If you get that, if that beta is anywhere close to coming out this year, that means that Gran Turismo 7 is launching in the beginning of next year.
I believe it. It
Which
makes
sense if you talk about all the tournaments and the cars that come out in the beginning of a year. Kind of makes sense. Yeah, I found out what I had to do.
Gary Trotter, the Game Pass model correcto. Look at Netflix. You aren't buying the movies or even renting them, but Netflix is a huge success. Yes, it could. Like Gary, you are correct. It could. But remember, for a service to work, you need the gamers to also get on board and to support the shit. Netflix didn't just grow from 2006 to where it is now over the last 15 years. It didn't grow by just people not subscribing to it. Like, yes, they went in their debt, but you see they came up with content, people liked it, they subscribed to it, and it's a huge success now. And it's funny you mentioned Netflix because Sony was supposed to buy. They went to Sony. The actual first Sony laughed at them. But look at Netflix now. They're not the only one. YouTube was also one Sony was supposed to purchase. They laughed at them. Google picked them up. Now one of the biggest streaming servers in the world. But yeah, it could work, but they need to subscribe to it. It launched in 1997, correct? But when it really had a name was 2006. It's absolutely acute perspective. You're correct. 1997. But it's outright definable was 2006 when people really started to look at it. When Blu-ray was launching. They worked hard.
Okay, guys, we're rising up on an hour left of the podcast, so I'm about to go call GameStop. I just wanted to finish some stuff on Nino Kuni.
What game you playing?
Nino Kuni. This is a game that I was not able to finish on a PS3 because my save data got fucked up when I turned my system back in. So, yeah, I owe it to myself to beat it. I saw that my brother, my stepbrother, had platinum the game back in the day. And I'm looking through the trophies. I
never platinum this shit.
I was like, this is a hard plat. You got to get all the monsters. Got to level them up. You like got to do this. I was like, bro, I don't know. I mean, I think I can do 1,000 battles. I can beat the game, and I can do a couple more other trophies. But I don't know if I'm gonna go for the platinum. Some RPGs, when you go for the platinum, bro, they want a little bit too much, man. That's all I'm gonna say. I got Final Fantasy 15 RP platinum because it was more streamlined. But some of the other ones, like, you gotta do everything, bro. They stingy with their trophies. But like I said, my people were strong. I was looking at a walkthrough to figure out how to get past this little puzzle. It wasn't a puzzle, it was like a riddle. Like, there was some icicles above. How the fuck do you cross? And I had to use this other attack. So now I understand. But I will say, the motherfuckers I was watching on the walkthrough, that one bitch died, bro. On this level. I was like, what? I'm looking at her people. Her people are like level 14, 12, 17. I'm like, well, you basically just trying to run through the fucking game. You're not playing the RPG correctly at all. Motherfucker, you're supposed to be overpowered. Like me. Shit. You're not like, you're supposed to be almost up there doing one-hit attacks.
Yo, I just something crossed my mind. Right. It's about a Japanese game. We always talked about Bloodborne, like the creator, not like the sequels, right?
Uh-huh.
I have a feeling the next game from software after the one they have coming up now, Elden Ring, I have a feeling that game would be like the Bloodborne successor that we're thinking about. Because Elden Ring has elements of it, right? And I was looking at it. I was looking at it this morning, just watching it. That game, Project Awakening trailer, and Demon Souls, obviously this is the original Souls game. Bloodborne has literally DNA in every single game I've seen come out from software. It's like they're almost teasing, like, okay, we want to do the game, but the lead producer doesn't want to. That's another game you gotta think about. Sony got the name of it. Like, if the developers doesn't want to call it that, Sony will say it's still gonna be called Bloodborne 2. You know,
yeah, you can't do shit about it.
So she gave it to Sony. Like, Sony is their IP.
This is what I was thinking about. What if when Sony get their fucking Souls game made, they tell them we want to bring in Bluepoint? So yeah, we know you got this engine and we know you got a certain style, but we need them to help you make it look like the last game you put that they put out. I'm gonna be honest, I think that's smart. That would be smart. Cause see, Dark Souls have this their style, and I like that. It's not bad. But after playing Demon Souls, you can get the Souls gameplay with the graphics of like almost a God of War. You know, I want that. So I think that Bluepoint and a team of Sobi, because that's where the Japan studio people went, and then From Software, they need to make a Souls game. All three. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of collaborations this generation with different studios in the Sony family.
You saw it start in 2019. Like, I think when Sekiro was announced, and they said there was some software in Activision.
Yeah.
Activision didn't do that much, but you see the graphics in Sekiro was actually really fucking good. You know, Activision is good at that. But honestly, yeah, I think you're going to see a lot more collaborations between first party and second or first and third-party studios, I really think you're going to see it because the way how people are working together in the industry to make more games come out. Well, you think of the fact that you heard there was a company that helped Guerrilla Games get out Killzone Shadowfall. You start to think somebody helped Guerrilla. Well, you think about it, like look how much people Guerrilla help. The fact that they're getting help and their engine is being helped by Kojima. Well, you think about that, Jay. You sit there and think, damn, hold up. So you got a rumor of Insomniac working with Guerrilla to mirror an IP. You got Guerrilla working on the first-person shooter. We're not sure what it is. It might be so common, maybe not. But you have a lot of studios collaborate. Like Guerrilla helped Remedy with the engine. That's how they got out of control with physics. I think you will see the most collaborations ever. But Japanese studios are collaborating more. You see Konami partner with whatever them people names are. I forgot the name, but yeah, to bring back some of the IPs. That usually don't happen unless one, you have a game coming out and they're the publisher of it, or you're making new IPs and you're licensing out your games to somebody. I can see the collaborations because Japan Studios was one of the studios that helped, I think, every first-party Sony studio, except really like Naughty Dog.
And that I think that's what is a really interesting thing to think about. PlayStation's gonna have a lot of helper studios.
They already do.
You got Nyx, you got Team Asobi, Blue Point. You're gonna get a lot of games out though because of that.
Sony Santa Monica is also a support studio. Remember, the motion capture studio is literally unrivaled.
Yeah,
there's nobody with better motion capture. Not even Naughty Dog. Sony Santa Monica is the studio for motion capture. You saw
and Guerrilla. I can't forget Guerrilla is also a helper.
And Guerrilla.
Yeah,
so
with their engine and then with their
capture.
Yeah, their motion capture.
Do you know who else is going to be the next one? You know
who's another helper?
Remedy.
If they secure them, yeah.
Their engine is was developed to be physics based now. Like Sony literally had Guerrilla fix their engine to the point where they can do physics, ray tracing, and keep high performance all at the same time. The only other studio I know that has made that in a game already is Insomniac Games. So when I say to you, like I said earlier, if Insomniac modes and all the techniques are implemented by not just third party but first party, and you have collaborations, I'm gonna tell you, Jay, you're gonna have more games come out more faster than ever. Because that's what Mark certainly said the PS5 is made for. Shortened development time, right?
Yeah.
There should be no reason Insomniac was able to make that many games with that many modes in just under a year. I mean, yeah, they started the development of Ratchet, when the last game came out, but to actually make the game with the PS5 tech taken care of with 3 games in 8 months, that's fucking terrifying. 8 months, bro. They had Miles Morales take full advantage of the PS5. They went back and they had Spider-Man 2018 fully take advantage of the PS5 with the fast travel and everything, ray tracing performance, and then they had Ratchet and Clank have all 3 of those modes. Then they updated a Spider-Man suit which has machine learning in it, which is basic machine learning that old cards could do, yes, but on the console that's impressive. And now they have this 120 hertz mode. That's 4 modes, Jay. This is 4 modes that a console has that PC doesn't have.
And again, I've been saying this, Insomniac is PlayStation's best developer. Just proves it once again.
I told niggas this. Y'all cursing when
I don't think anybody should worry about if any Body was worried about the amount of games coming out from PlayStation to rival the amount of games coming out from Xbox. I think I pushed that up. My prediction was 3 to 4 years. My prediction can't be 3 to 4 years.
People are
3 to 4 years is development time. That's how long a game takes to develop. So Xbox, by the time they're able to pump out the amount of games that PlayStation can currently pump out right now, it will probably be at the end of the generation.
Yep. And that's the best thing, because Sony tends to do that. I think Microsoft should take a hint from that.
Like working with people, like building them up. I feel that when it came to Rare, you had a great legendary studio, and my analogy was true. You just started them over at level 1.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't even know them as Rare, the legends that made Banjo-Kazooie and what is it? Killer Instinct and all that.
And
like you don't,
and shit.
yeah, you don't even know them. It's just Rare. The people that make Sea of Thieves. You know?
Yeah.
It's sad, man. It's fucked up.
But Jay, I don't think people were worried about the amount of games Xbox and Rare. The worry was them taking away certain developers that's associated with PlayStation just to fill Game Pass. That was the worry. And I think when they got Bethesda, you know, most of them high games like Elder Scrolls, like Starfield, okay, but Elder Scrolls is the one that will hurt the most. Because that's been on the PlayStation before, and it sold most on PlayStation before last gen on the PS4. Skyrim, when it got remastered, it sold the most on PlayStation, even more than the PC re-release did, and the Xbox One. I think people were just worried that Microsoft is going to take away certain studios. Like a Ubisoft. Ubisoft would be next. Imagine them taking away Ubisoft.
Like the thing is that that's not them acquiring, that's them monopolizing.
Yeah. Because again, look at the way PlayStation is doing and look at the way they're doing. It's like, hey, it's a lot different because you're building these studios up. They didn't have funding, you giving them funding. They didn't have engines, you're helping them with engines. You know, like you're giving them everything they need, and you would expect Microsoft to do so because they're so rich, but they're not. It's like, hey, bro, we own you now. You want to put this game out, put it out, but we ain't gonna help you. Put it out. It don't matter how you put it out. It don't matter what the condition is. Just put it out. It's like Sony was like, nah, bro, we'll help you do this. We'll help you do that. We'll help you promote.
Yeah, because the thing is, Jay, it's like you can have a lot of games. But the thing is, what matters at the end of the day is if it's quality, and that's what people are going to remember games by, if it's their quality. So, that's PlayStation's doing it right.
Yeah, like Sony, or I guess PlayStation, they are literally the master, and these studios are the fucking students. You know, like they're literally teaching them.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say slaves for a moment.
No, that's an Xbox mentality, bro. Because I don't think they have as much free will as everybody said from Phil Spencer. Like, I don't think a lot of those, like the smaller studios that are not well known. To be honest, I mean, you own them so their indie games can go to Game Pass and not be anywhere else. But the bigger ones is you got some big games. We want to own you, so also your games don't go anywhere else. We talked about this in the beginning. Exclusives do matter because there would be no reason to go out and acquire all those studios.
Mm-hmm. And I hear Microsoft is not done. I heard they're buying more studios, but the thing is, like what? I think you talk about monopolization for Microsoft, yes. But one thing I think Sony might need is to low-key monopolize Japan. They might need to level 5.
Bro, I wish my boy True Woody was here right now today because he would have loved what you just said. Yes, they do. They need to go. So who we got? Who we got right now? We got House Marquee, which is European based. Nix's, which is also European based. And these are acquisitions where it seems like, huh?
I'll tell you this right now. PlayStation's looking to buy, or is looking more at like Sweden, Swedish developers, and European developers. That's what they're most.
And what I was about to say, that's all because of Herman. But Herman needs to look outside of Europe, and like Blue Point is American. They're from Texas. I didn't even know they were from Texas.
How you didn't know that, nigga? They call Blue Point.
Well, fuck, I don't know. Shit. So
Yeah, what the hell does Blue Point mean?
I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what that has to do with fucking Texas. If it was called fucking Cow Point, then maybe I was like, oh, okay, that's Texas.
American patriotic. Blue Point means the point right here.
Wow.
Texas is American blood.
Bro, I don't know, but I always got more of a European vibe from them. Like, again, man, like normal gamers like myself, we are now starting to familiarize ourselves with these studios. But yeah, long story short, I thought they were. I didn't know they were American based. Yes, pick them up and then mix it up a little bit. Get somebody from Japan.
Yep.
Or announce that partnership that we already know you have with Square Enix.
But there's the thing.
Also,
when do they do it?
We need level 5 back over here, bro. Like, I swear to God.
Hey, bro. Why I'm fighting some Sasquatches that are all 3 different levels of the version that I have. Like, legit, bro. Like, you know how Pokemon have like all these evolutions? I'm fighting all 3 evolutions.
That's the point.
I better get a shitload of experience from this fucking shit.
You know who else I would love to see Sony get? Would y'all like to know?
Who?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Platinum Games.
Oh my
They don't
God,
like them, bro. That guy that made Bayonetta, he doesn't like PlayStation because the game didn't sell good, bro. They have a better relationship with fucking Nintendo than anybody. Yeah. I would love that to happen too, bro. You know what? I'm gonna tell you this. This is why. That's another reason why I think fucking Platinum left Grand Blue. Remember Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, the RPG? Yeah. I don't know if y'all heard. They left. They left the development before it was completely done. The game was supposed to come out this year. It's coming out next year now.
Dude,
yeah. Oh, that's why.
We don't even know what's happening with Platinum Games. We still don't know what's happening with Bayonetta 3. So it's like, what is Platinum Games doing? Because they're supposed to be making Bayonetta 3. We haven't heard that game in years. So it's like, what the hell?
I don't like Platinum Games. To me, bro, they have a great reputation, but I don't know if they live up to that reputation.
Well, the thing is, it's like they're the people who also made Scalebound, but of course Scalebound got canceled.
Yeah, so that's why I'm a little worried about. Like, I would be nice to have them as a developer and then allow them to do what they really want. But do they want to be acquired by Sony? I don't think so. I think they still have a grudge.
So Platinum Games is one of those ones I don't really want Sony to get. You know, like I wouldn't really care for, to be honest.
I think they fit more into Nintendo's agenda, and I think that by that logic, I think that Nintendo needs to get into this little party of acquisitions and get somebody, bro.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, that would be really nice for them to just like get somebody, bro. That would be a nice fit. Then maybe you can boost them motherfuckers up and have them make better games.
Yeah. Use all that goddamn money you made from Animal Crossing.
That's my thing with Nintendo that nobody is paying attention to. Nintendo is...
Wait, y'all gonna ignore what he just said?
What did he say?
Money for Animal Crossing.
Oh yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Nintendo got all this money, but they don't make a lot of new IPs.
Right.
Yep.
They don't have a lot of studios to make a lot of new IPs. They're still making the same shit.
I'll Astral Chain. I'm not can't lie.
But didn't they buy the rights to that or something? But they didn't buy the studio. Astral Chain. They brought the rights to that, so it couldn't go to no other platform. Rights. Yeah, but they didn't. But they didn't. They didn't buy anything else. So can somebody explain to me? I'm gonna call GameStop. Don't worry. Explain to me what's up with the publishing rights of Sunset Overdrive, but then Sony going to register the copyrights. Because a lot of Xbox fans are saying, "Oh, this is never gonna happen. You can't get it because they own the publishing rights." I'm like, okay, you want that? but it might not happen that way. I'm letting them know to be prepared for disappointment, bro. We're in a different type of gaming industry where almost anything is possible.
Mm-hmm.
But because they have the publishing rights, does that stop them from remastering the first game or making the first game better and putting a subtitle? Like,
nope.
Because Ninja Gaiden did the same thing. Ninja Gaiden 1 and 2 was on Xbox only, and we got 1 and 2, but they called it Ninja Gaiden 1 and 2 Sigma.
Yep.
So I tried my hardest to talk to these idiots on Twitter and break that shit down. They did the same thing with Kingdom Hearts. They did the same thing with Devil May Cry. Those games were only on PlayStation. And then they put them out in a collection and put a subtitle or call them a remaster and then bam, put them on another platform.
They forget that loopholes.
Yeah, exactly, bro. It's called the remaster. I call it the remaster loophole. Because a lot of third-party developers use that loophole to take their game off of PlayStation and put them on other platforms.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yakuza,
you really want to know though?
Yakuza did the same thing. Like 1 and 2, right? Yakuza Kiwami 1 and 2, right? Those basically remasters of first and second one. And guess what they did? They put them on another platform.
Right.
So, hey,
anything's
possible.
The thought behind it, Microsoft owns the rights to the publishing rights. Well, to publish the first game, right? Just Sunset Overdrive by itself. Sony owns the trademark to that IP. Owns everything about Sunset Overdrive. The look, the name, and everything, right? Even the logo with the O. Sony could easily just re-release it called Sunset Overdrive, but they have to call it something else. Remember, the first game is a contract.
So they can't just call it Sunset Overdrive, but they can call it Sunset Overdrive with something else.
It depends, Jay, on how long that contract was. Because if it was for 5 years, right? That means 2019, that was over.
But that's what I'm saying. It's 2021. I kept telling Xbox fans this. Do you really think Microsoft's paying for the publishing rights for 10 or 20 fucking years for that game? It was a financial failure for them, bro. Like any Xbox fan that's sitting up here and gonna tell me, oh, they own the publishing right. What are they doing with it? They didn't do that, but they own it. Like, then why do they own it? You literally cannot do anything with the game.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like whatever stipulations might have been on that contract, they could have already ran its course by now.
Yeah, like, believe it or not, like Sony, they can't re-release the game on Xbox. Like, really, they can't have Insomniac be like, can you do an upgrade on Xbox Series X? You can't have that shit done because Sony owns the studio.
Yeah.
So what they will have to do is, if they want to do anything, they will have to buy. Like, if they re-release Sunset Overdrive only on PS4 and Microsoft want it, they're gonna have to pay for it.
Okay, so let's talk about what I heard on Twitter from an Xbox fan. Spartan, give me your undivided attention.
Sure.
This guy, he obviously was a troll. I talked about this weekend if you guys were here. This guy had told me that if Sony was to bring out Sunset Overdrive in any capacity for PlayStation, Insomniac would have to go back and remaster or enhance the Xbox version in order for it to even exist on PlayStation.
No.
I don't know.
They don't
that's all I'm saying. I told that motherfucker. I was like, bro, you say you're a PlayStation fan, but I know you're an Xbox fan, bro. Get the fuck out of my face. Like, that's the dumbest thing I ever fucking heard. I heard some stupid shit too.
Why would PlayStation like you gotta make Xbox?
Bro, if they were gonna enhance the game, they would have did it already.
That's the thing. They would have done already.
If anybody knows anything, last year, Digital Foundry, a lot of other people were looking over enhancements, right? Sunset never got the enhancements that Xbox Series X was giving out to other games, either organically or from a developer. They didn't get anything.
See, to me, with Sunset Overdrive, it really upsets me because that game would have done so well on PlayStation. It would have done so well.
It would. And I think this, I don't think, I know And some, I know that they know that.
You know.
I know
that's the only thing
I know
laugh
they
at.
know that.
And
That's
that's
the only thing I laugh at,
why
bro.
Insomniac went back to
Huh?
PlayStation. That's why Insomniac went back to PlayStation because after Sunset Overdrive,
And then the dude went. So what
Yeah.
is it? The art director, the game director, or somebody. He left Initiative. Yeah, he left Initiative and came
No,
back.
no, no, not him. I said that's the only thing I laugh at them because the main reason why Sunset wasn't on PlayStation is basically it's full circle because
I know,
what you
right?
wanted
It's
to
because of
avoid-
Sony. Yep.
You wanted to avoid them owning the IP, nigga. Now they own the IP.
Now they own the IP.
But think about Insomniac wanted to grow. They didn't want to just be synonymous with Sony, like, and that was good. You know, they didn't want to just be on the Sony studios and just be like another studio that's next to Naughty Dog. They wanted their own identity. And you see, when they made Spider-Man, people really started to realize, oh shit. And then when they purchased Insomniac, I saw people say, wait, they didn't own Insomniac already? I thought there was already a Sony studio.
no.
Right there, that shows you people knew of Insomniac all along. I think Insomniac was like, all right, yeah, we good now. We ourselves.
And the thing is, the game that put Insomniac on the board, let's be honest, it was Spider-Man even more. Because Spider-Man put them in more people's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, now since they're part of PlayStation, people know where they have to go and play Spider-Man games now on PlayStation.
Funny thing is, they not just caught the eye of Sony, like, and gamers, they caught the eye of fucking Marvel. To the point, that's how you know they're making more Marvel-based games, because Marvel saw what Insomniac did, and just after that, they did a press conference. It was like, Marvel Games said they're so proud of Insomniac and what they've done for Spider-Man. Right, literally, 11 days after that, Sony announced they acquired Insomniac. So, if you was able to catch the eye of Marvel Games, Disney, and all that, then that's how you know you made a killer game. I remember people were saying, "Oh, if Sony didn't keep Spider-Man in the MCU, Disney was going to take the IP from Sony."
I remember that dumb
Remember
shit.
that?
Yeah. I
Sony's-
remember that shit,
Sony
bro.
closely with Marvel games. They're working closely with Marvel to bring back a lot of huge characters from the MCU and everything to put it as a PlayStation exclusive. You know? Like,
Yeah. Spider-Man was the one that they picked, but they could have. Insomniac could have picked anybody. Sunset Overdrive wasn't a failure. It was just a financial failure. It didn't sell good.
No,
But it was a good game.
It's
It was a blueprint.
amazing game. It's a
Finally, bro, I got my silver trophy for doing 1,000 battles.
You see elements of Sunset Overdrive in Spider-Man 2018. You do.
Yes, you do. Yup.
Especially, you know, when you got to neutralize the construction sites. When you walk along the rails and shit and everything, you hop from rail to rail. That was in Sunset Overdrive.
Oh my God, they did it. They did it. They finally put LeBron James in Fortnite.
They did? Oh,
Yep.
Nigga. Wait.
Finally, I mean, I'm not surprised. They had them planned, but I forgot the Looney Tunes movie didn't come out yet, so now they put him in there. But he got like a taco shirt, and then he got the Looney Tunes squad outfit. But the middle one, bro, the middle one you gotta like, bro. The middle one that he got is like a Black Panther type. He got a gold crown that's floating above his head on the sunglasses, and like on each shoulder, it's like a golden lion or a wolf on each shoulder guard. That shit looks dope, bro. I'm not buying it because I'm not a LeBron James fan, but we'll check it out.
Nigga said, I'm not buying it.
What the fuck? That shit probably like $30 fucking, bro. You know that shit probably $30 fucking.
It's LeBron. I wouldn't be surprised. He costs a lot.
Dude, shit. And you know people gonna buy that shit. This is why I'm saying, bro, if PlayStation don't bring back PlayStation All-Stars, they're dumb. Because people will literally buy a game based off of a character that's in it.
Mm-hmm.
And you got a lot of characters. Simple as that. That's if they put me in the office and they were like, we're gonna fly you out, JayTech, to give us a real reason why this game should come back. I was like, look at Fortnite. Look at all the guest characters they got in there. Don't they make money? Okay, we're gonna make it. And you don't even need to worry about third-party characters now. This is like a generation after PlayStation All-Stars came out. So you got a PS4 generation to pull characters from, and you're starting to have new characters from the PS5 generation to pull characters from. Like, I got it on the screen right now. You got that fist, the bunny rabbit with the big fist. You put that motherfucker in PlayStation All-Stars. Any character from Final Fantasy. Sifu, the Kung Fu guy from Sifu, put him in there. The chick from Kenna, put her in there. Celine.
They can even put a destruction all-star character in there.
There you go. The little wrestling guy. Yeah, the big little wrestling guy. The main dude, yeah. I'm telling you, bro. You got a gold mine. Like I said, PlayStation allows their failure to hinder them, bro.
But yo, keep in mind, inflation exists. You don't want too many games on the market that's the same genre.
True.
It'll hurt. People would end up choosing one over the other.
But listen to this. You don't have a lot of games of the same genre. At the end of this year, you will have, from what I heard, I don't know if you heard about this, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl is coming out at the end of the year. So I'm guessing it's a Nickelodeon Super Smash Brothers game, which I will be buying day one. Because again,
is there a trailer for that yet?
No, it got leaked out. But it is confirmed that it will be on Switch and PS5. So again, PlayStation will continuously be under pressure. That's what fucking Barton just said. You don't want a lot of the same game out there. But when you have a lot of the same game out there, it will make you think maybe you should put your own out there. Because before PlayStation All-Stars, there was a shitload of Smash Brother clones.
But
Ninja Turtle had one. Dynasty Warriors had one.
Bro, I honestly, instead of Nickelodeon, I would really prefer Cartoon Network Smash.
Yeah, I think they did that, but they made it like an adventure game or something. I forgot what they did with it. Yeah, they did something where they made it an adventure game. Damn, bro. I beat 100. I beat 1,000 fucking enemies on this game, bro. That's a big fucking.
Bro,
why is this girl over here so fine, bro?
Which one?
I don't know. I'm over here at Sonic, bro. You know, you go to Sonic and like.
See, anybody that got a Sonic near them, of course you go see good-looking females, because we don't have a Sonic in Maryland. We have to like go towards leaving the state. It's like a pit stop. So you can't even find a Sonic. They advertise the fuck out of that restaurant.
They do. Yep.
Yeah, but I don't ever see that shit.
All you see is Sonic down south, bro.
Okay.
Like,
guys, I'm about to beat this boss. I've leveled up a lot. I have upgraded a lot. I believe I'm in the best condition. My star player is 39. On my main character, the secondary character is 45. And the third character, he's also 39. Then my backups are 30, 22, 41, 25, 28, and 31. So I believe, and these are third generation monsters. They leveled up about 3 times. This is about to be a crazy ass boss battle. But if I get this, I get all 3. Oh, it's a wolf. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's a dope ass boss. Oh fuck. Oh shit. I still think I got him. I think I got him. I think I'm gonna set that motherfucker on fire.
What you playing, man?
Yeah, it worked. Nino Kuni, the original game. They remastered it. By the way, the game is. Yeah, I'm taking a lot of damage, but I'm good. The game is a 4K. It has a 4K 30 mode and a 1440p 60 frames per second mode. But this was already, the features for the PS4 Pro. So if you got a PS5, I don't see it having any dips.
I played that game on PS3. That was one of the few games I played before I got a PS4.
Oh my god, I got a supercharge. I'm gonna shit on you, bro.
Ew, that's kind of nasty, bro.
I don't give a fuck. Oh my god. I saw some weird ass I got another supercharge. Yeah, I'm just about to shit on this dude. My people are so fucking strong. I'm shitting on a boss. Like it's just like it's not even anything, bro. It's just like just getting shitted on right now. I feel so bad for him. Cause I had no idea I was this fucking strong, but you know, it kinda makes sense. I leveled up all last night for like fucking 9-10 hours straight grinding. Like for real, bro.
Why you niggas don't push?
I beat him already? Did I beat him already? Oh, I'm about to say it. Yeah.
Why you niggas don't post your girlfriend? Why?
Were you reading the chat?
No, it was a post. It said, why y'all niggas don't post your girlfriend? So I said, you want me to?
I don't post my girlfriend because everybody don't need to know who I'm with.
There you go. That's the same way me, man. Like I don't post who I talk to. You might hear me refer to her, but I'm not gonna like post. I already got motherfuckers all in my business for no fucking reason. I beat that motherfucker in like less than a minute. Yeah, that was embarrassing. That was embarrassing for that boss. Like that is what happens when you're a legend of RPGs and you see them motherfucking levels, bro. That's a lot of work, bro. That's a lot of work.
Yo, check this out, Jay. So at the end of when I beat Trails of Cold Steel a couple weeks back, right? I finally finished that series up. Well, at least this series. It's another series on the way, but that's another story.
Cool.
Anyways, my level by the time I beat the game was about 140 something. Yeah, 140 something. I think 147 by the time I beat that game. Level cap crazy on there, bro. Crazy level cap.
I wish I could summon that though, bro. Like I wish the bosses, if this was that game, I could use the bosses to fight my battles. That would be dope, bro. That's a dope ass character. Wolf, man. Okay.
Look what the cat dragged in, Mr. Damien.
Oh, DJ D. Right in time. I'm about to go call my GameStop real quick. If my battery.
She got my OnlyFans now.
True Witty. Look at True Witty too. Mr.
Yeah, both of y'all drag y'all feet in here same time.
And I've been dipping in and out, man. I've been dipping in and out.
I thought y'all was over at Phil Spencer's house.
Come on, man.
Oh yeah, I was over there drinking that Game Pass Kool-Aid.
Oh shit! That's that best flavor, that green flavor, bro. You know that green flavor.
Nah. I'm black, so we don't do that green stuff.
Nah, we do that purple. You're right.
That purple and cherry.
That's right. Oh man, good shit.
Oh man.
You know that green stuff don't even taste like orange or lemonade or whatever.
Oh man, yo, True Witty, bro.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, you see all the triggered people in that tweet I made, bro.
I didn't even go on my Twitter. Yeah, hold on.
I think you said something to me in that Twitter, in that post, in the threads. I think you did.
I'll be back,
bro. It's like it got like 300 and something right now. It's at like 300 and something likes, and like it got a shit ton of like comments, like 100 and something comments.
Yeah, really
it's so funny, bro. It's about like I asked people, don't you just love pre-ordering games? And I said for real gamers. I said for my real gamers out there. So you know what that means, right? In other words,
Oh boy.
That was the bait right there, bro. That was the bait. I threw that shit, and it got so many people triggered. They just caught it too. They caught that shit.
Oh boy, I see it. Oh,
yeah, they don't like that shit, bro. Oh, you gatekeeping, or you this and you that. You like, bro. It's hilarious, bro. Funniest post ever. I was trolling their ass. I got them too.
oh my goodness. Here we go.
You see it, huh? You see it?
Yep. Oh jeez.
They're like some fucking vultures, bro. Like they.
I see them. Damn.
Boy, at work.
What?
You at work?
No, I'm off today, so I just slept in, and I woke up freaking late as shit.
I got you.
But tomorrow, boy, I got a long day.
Yeah.
I got a long day. I just wanted some sleep. Yeah. Man, these niggas are hurt. For my real gamers, that sounds a bit gatekeeping. What the hell? How does that sound gatekeeping? What the hell?
Yeah. I defended myself on a couple comments here and there. You know, just kind of explaining in a little more detail what I really meant in that tweet.
Hey, did y'all hear that Kojima say he doesn't like the title Director's Cut?
Kojima what now?
Kojima doesn't like the title of Director's Cut for his game.
Really?
But he doesn't have a fucking choice because you didn't fucking pay for anything. You didn't pay for shit related to that fucking game.
But you know what's crazy? I thought Kojima would like that. You know why? Because
related to movies.
He loves movies, bro.
Exactly. But he was like, I don't like the title because it implies like something about something being cut from it. I'm like, well, motherfucker, that's your fault.
You fucked up the first time.
Yeah, exactly, man. Obviously, I'm sorry. Things probably were cut from the game.
Yeah.
Because look how much shit is being added.
Exactly. And then look, when you look at a movie, right? I know games and movies are different to a degree, but in a degree they're still the same in a sense. Like movies always have stuff cut. There's never a movie where something's not cut out. So come on, bro. Surely something was cut out this game.
He's probably talking about towards games. He's probably talking towards games.
Oh no, well yeah, I know that, but
because you gotta also realize, right? When you put out a game, you're not trying to cut anything out, but then again, people don't know that nothing's been cut. Like, and if you don't put out a DLC, then people won't know. Like for God of War, do you know if anything's been cut? No.
But I'm pretty sure stuff be cut is usually cut out of games, especially these big titles, because they be having to meet a schedule, and they're like, okay, they either delay it or they take this and have it come out later. You know, like so they just cut it. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes down sometimes, or probably most of the time. But yeah. Or nothing was cut, and they just wanted to add the shit, and they call it director's cut. But that would be kind of false advertisement in a sense, wouldn't it? If that was the case, I don't know. Who knows? Well, Kojima just being a diva as usual.
Yeah, but this is the thing, bro. What we were just talking about this? Weren't we just talking about this shit? True Witty, about him closing his fucking mouth.
Yeah, he talks too much. That's his problem.
Like, bro, did you make a product that you want to sell, or did you make a product that you don't want to sell? Which one is it, man? You can't have both. You can't be talking bad about shit or then announcing that it's going somewhere else if you want that shit to sell.
See, that's what I'm saying, man. That's why another reason.
Bro,
why
if I actually do get to upgrade that for $10, I'm gonna be happy because I would not be buying it again or any higher price, bro. Because I don't agree with what he did with the original fucking game. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't agree with how he fucking promoted the game, hyped it up, and then said to everybody, "Oh, well, by the way, it's going somewhere else, so you don't even need to buy it here."
The fact that he did that pissed me off. The fact that he did that pissed me off.
I just want to know, bro. I wish I could interview him. Do you want your game to sell, or do you not want it to sell? And if you don't want it to sell, then why do you make it? Why do you put all that blood, sweat, and tears into this fucking project that you have full control over, and then sabotage it 2 weeks before it came out on the platform with the most dedicated Kojima fan base out there? You know what I'm saying? Why would you do that?
Right.
Like, you might be a fucking genius when it comes to game development, but when it comes to promoting that game, no. And that's why you have other people that have jobs of promoting that game. That's why you have other people. You don't let a game developer promote their own game, bro, because they won't say the same.
They'll stop you if they need to, because they know for a fact you're gonna fuck it up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Guys, just like I said the other day, I don't know if you guys caught this when I said this, but Kojima and his pride, I think that's why he would never get acquired by anybody, because of his pride. It's just like, I don't think he will allow that to happen, no matter how much money he could possibly make working with Sony or whoever. You know, being under that umbrella.
Mm.
You know,
I think he will allow himself to be acquired, but his I think what the thing is his pride when it comes to games. He wants 100% control.
Okay, so you mean to tell me that PlayStation gave him 100% control of the game, right? And then he went on and sabotaged it, but they gave him 100% control because that was a part of the deal? Even if later on he would sabotage the game selling on the platform that you paid him to make it for? Like, that right there is crazy. You see what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
Yeah, that means you need to keep him on a leash. Which is funny because
you paid this motherfucker all this money to create the game. Everything the game was created by Sony. The rights are owned by Sony, bro. Everything about it is Sony, bro.
Which basically means you gotta realize something. You gotta ask now you gotta ask yourself something, Jay. Now you gotta ask yourself something. Was Konami right or was Konami wrong?
They were right.
Oh,
they was right.
They
was right.
Excommunicating him and shit?
Yep. No, they didn't excommunicate him, but keeping him locked up. They was right.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they be right?
Mm.
You think they was wrong? I think they was right.
Yep. Because he doesn't know when to be quiet and when not to be quiet. He'll talk too much. And he'll say the wrong thing.
Exactly, man. That's what it really came down to. I don't think he knows when to say shit or what. Like, bro, why do you think most game developers don't talk and leave their own opinions on the internet? Because that could hinder your game selling.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, I've done a good thing. I've done a good thing today. On motherfucking Nino Cooney, I've gotten far. I've gotten a fucking trophy, which is hard to come by on this fucking game. I put like tons of hours in this game, bro. I know, man. I just want a nice little record, let motherfucker know I played this motherfucking game, bro. 1,000. I got 1,000 enemies defeated. That's a lot. Or 1,000 battles won. That's what it's called. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of fucking battles, bro.
Jeez.
That's a lot of battles.
You're killing 1,000 enemies, Jay. Murderer.
And you must have got what kind of trophy you got for that?
Silver.
Please don't tell me it was a bronze. Okay.
Silver. Probably should have been gold because that's a lot of fucking monsters.
Wait, it was a gold?
No, it was a silver.
Oh.
I wish it was a gold. Would have been nice to have a gold.
They will never give you a gold for that.
Yeah, no, I know they won't. Damn, bro.
Bro, on Jedi Fallen Order, they give you silvers for beating main bosses because that game is difficult, bro. Like
it makes sense.
It's difficult, bro. I'm almost done with the game now.
Honestly, I haven't even played that game yet. How many times that game come out? I haven't even touched it.
I've died quite a bit though in that game. Like it is difficult. I'm playing it on hard too, so I give myself more of a challenge.
Oh, if you're playing it on hard, you expect it to be more difficult.
Yeah, man, this shit's fun as hell though. I'm having.
Hey, bro, LeBron James got 4 rings on his fucking Fortnite character, and then he got golden wings and shit, bro. Oh, I know somebody gonna be mad at that. Look at this trailer. Look at this trailer, bro. Look at that shit. You'll see soon enough. That shit is fucking hilarious. Hey, bro. That dude cocky as shit.
Yo, but this nigga's a golden angel.
I wonder what contract between him and PlayStation, Jay. I don't know what the contract is, but PlayStation funded everything that was related to Death Stranding, from the casting to the engine.
It's pause on the 10 when I see the ring.
Okay, you see the ring? Okay. He got a dope ass character though, bro. He got his fucking Nikes on. He got everything, bro. That's fucking LeBron. He got his crown and shit. Real cocky shit.
Yo, niggas, that's cocky.
That's cocky.
That's cocky. It looks sick, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it look dope, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It was fucking dope. That's dope.
Golden jades, everything, bro. That's nice.
Fucking LeBron James, the king has arrived. Oh man. That's cocky, bro. That's cocky.
Yo.
And this is what I'm saying, bro. Why not make a PlayStation All-Stars? Let me show y'all one thing, bro. PlayStation All-Stars wasn't able to get a character that's in fucking an Astrobot. So hold on, let me go. Luckily, to the power of the SSD, I'm able to run in fucking Astrobot super fucking.
I love the start screen, but I don't know what it is.
The PlayStation Studio.
Yeah, no. When they show the logo and him running across the screen.
Oh yeah.
That controller feels freaking dope.
Okay, so look, bro. You see how fast I got in this fucking game? So they got Crash Bandicoot, they got Aku Aku, and they got the Wampa fruits and the Wampa fruits inside the box. From what I was told, Activision wanted too much money to include Crash Bandicoot in PlayStation All-Stars. But Team Asobi was able to get him. They were able to get the classic Dante. They was able to get this and that and that. All these motherfuckers are in here. Even Lara Croft is in this bitch. Like, they got 64 Easter eggs. Spyro the Dragon is in there. That's why I think they're the key to getting a PlayStation All-Stars made with the best roster. Because they already have relationships with other studios. If they were able to get these characters in this game. PlayStation got the money, and they would understand how important it is to be involved in the development of the game, unlike the last time.
Yo, I didn't even think about Team Asobi, but that's not a bad idea, man.
And the reason why I want them in it, because I know it would be a fun experience. I have a lot of fun playing Astrobot.
Hey, Jay, did you realize this whole subject came up again? That this whole subject came up again that freaking Neverom is for sale again.
Yeah, and this
Neverom-
morning they came out and they confirmed that they're not for sale. Yeah,
Yeah,
this morning they came out in a statement and said that they're not for sale.
Yeah, why they keep bringing up this whole shit, trying to create a narrative again?
Oh,
Like,
okay. So I didn't know that Crash Bandicoot, Horizon Zero Dawn, and Dreams were right next to each other. That's how many Easter eggs are on this in this game, bro.
It's nuts.
It is
it's
nuts,
crazy.
Bro.
Yeah, there's so many Easter eggs, man. Some of them I didn't.
I'm just saying, I would love, even if it's not a fighting game, I think that they will make a good adventure game with PlayStation characters.
Yeah, look at the unique levels they created, bro. Look at it.
Yeah, you know they got Castlevania in here, which wasn't even, from what I understand, they didn't even think about putting Castlevania in PlayStation All Stars, but they definitely could have put Dracula in there. Yeah, they got fucking Dracula in this bitch. Bro, this is like, sadly, this is a better game than PlayStation All Stars when it came to celebrating PlayStation's history. And no one thought of it. Like, when we heard that people were playing Astrobot and shit, I don't think we knew that they were gonna have this many fucking Easter eggs.
That's nice.
Yeah, if it's one game we deserve for PlayStation, it is definitely another PlayStation All Stars.
Exactly, man. You got way too many characters, bro. All of them have fighting capabilities.
We need a celebration, man. We need a celebration of this whole fucking, like, just this whole legacy. It's time. It's time for another one. They skipped PS4, so now it's time.
Exactly. And again, the graphics for the character models are not bad. Like, I could see them making a full game with good looking character models. What I really like about it is, like, I wanted PlayStation All Stars to have more PlayStation in it. Like, they didn't seem to have. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot, on the other side of Crash Bandicoot, you have Monster Hunter. And everybody has a different class, like the hammer class, the great sword, the lance, and the sword and shield. And they're all around a campfire, and they're all playing a PSP. Like, that shit brought a tear to my eye, because I was like, bro, like, if you're a PlayStation fan like myself, bro, a legendary PlayStation fan, you know a lot about their history, and this right here, this small little thing means so much. They could put the hunter from Monster Hunter, and they could also put the hunter from Bloodborne, and the PlayStation All Stars. I mean, they need to bring the game back, bro. And I'm getting a PS3 so I can cement that, put some gameplay out, and show people what happened.
Hey, but the thing is, if enough people like say that we want a PlayStation All Star, bro, they're
gonna bring that shit back. That's why I think that, like, the newer gen PlayStation fans, they need to understand what it was. They need to understand how it looked. And then I think, like, most of my philosophy, seeing is believing. When they see it, then they'll believe that shit needs to come back.
Yep. Because once you start posting shit on Twitter and shit.
Yeah, when I posted those gameplay videos, bro, everybody was like, yeah, you're right. Oh, and speaking of the hunter from Bloodborne, the hunter from Bloodborne is right next door to the hunters from Monster Hunter. They're on the same side of the platform.
Wait, what, in the game?
Yeah, on Astrobot. He's over there cutting grass.
Oh, yep. Tell me, your video keeps freezing.
Yeah, man, Astrobot.
Hey, Kevin. Hey, Kevin. Let me show you before I get up out of here. Let me show you, bro. They had Kratos and Nathan Drake. Nathan Drake had a Gatling gun. He had grenades, AK-47, the Magnum. He had guns, bro. Sweet Tooth had a shotgun. Bro, I'm letting you know right now, bro. They had massive amount of mature characters in PlayStation All-Stars. Like, they had some very, very mature characters. And I think they rated it T.
Yep.
No blood, but they had characters. Shit! Fucking Bayonetta got fucking guns on her high heels. Bro, hold on, let me show you. Let me show you, bro.
Exactly.
Look at that. They got the most bloodiest fucking character as on the fucking box of PlayStation All-Stars. That's Kratos. The God of War. Nothing but blood in that game. They got Ratchet from Killzone. Motherfucker tried to stab you with a knife at the end of the boss battle for Killzone 2. Like, who else? Raiden got a sharp ass sword. He cuts people in half in his video games. Hachi threw his fucking son off the fucking cliff and shit. Who else we got? Dante from Devil May Cry. The dude got a sharp ass sword and guns. We got Evil Cole and Good Cole. Who else we got that's mature? There we go. Isaac from Dead Space is in this game.
Kills you. That's what Evil Code actually kills you though. That's what's funny.
Exactly. You got Isaac from Dead Space. You got Nariko from Heavenly Sword. Oh, Big Daddy from BioShock. That's a very bloody game. They can do it.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, put Aloy in the next PlayStation All-Stars. Put Jen from Ghost of Tsushima in the next PlayStation All-Stars. It's alright.
Oh my
gosh,
bro.
Yo,
they can do it.
Oh, yeah. Bro. It's just too good to be true. If they did it,
bro. Yo, a finisher will be that nigga cutting your whole body in half, nigga.
I'm just letting y'all know, bro. They even had a level from God of War. That's the level I'm about to play on. You'll see. I'm about to play on that level. So you got Kratos going against Cat, going against Jack and Daxter and Parappa the Rapper. They did good. They could have did better. They need to bring out another one. They have a lot of characters to add. Knack, Astrobot would definitely have to be in there. It'll be great. It'll be a great game. They got characters. That's my whole thing with it. You have too many characters not to bring it back. And properly do it this time.
Celine, Ellie, and Joel.
Yeah, you got Hades, bro, and you got dead bodies flying down from up above on Hades, just like on God of War 3. It's the whole area from God of War 3. That's the Hades you're looking at. So yeah,
bro, they should add. You know what they could do though? I could see Smash Bros doing this, adding the guy from Hades on Smash Bros. I could see them doing that.
Oh, I could see them doing that too. Yeah. I was wondering why they didn't add anybody as a representation of Resident Evil on Smash Brothers yet.
The man chose Kratos.
Oh yeah, Kratos was my number one 999 person. I got all the way up to level 999 on Kratos. He was my first one, and then I moved on over to like Evil Cole, Ratchet and Clank, Spike. I really love Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth is a heavy hitting character with his machete and shotgun, and his mines. You can put mines down on the battlefield, and people would trip over him. I like Spike because Spike has something similar. He had the little banana peels, and they would trip over the banana peels and give you an opening to do better attacks. So I would have like 3 banana peels out on a battlefield while I'm fucking shit up, and then they trip over that, and I'm getting AP from that. It was a really dope ass game. So then you had the Patapons from PSP fighting Hades and shitted on him, and then got him out the way. And then you had to deal with the Patapons.
That thing right there, bro, in the back. Oh.
Yeah, I know. It was a very good game.
They interact with the level, bro, and cause you damage if you let him hit you. And he's not even
Exactly.
he's not even a part of the fight. That right there is dope.
Bro, we had a very good
Look at that shit.
game, bro. If anybody tells you this game was bad, just know it wasn't.
You gotta watch the enemies and watch that enemy in the back hitting, trying to hit everyone. Like, see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That shit is dope.
Everybody had all their moves, every little gadget, every fucking weapon that they've ever picked up in their video game. It was there. So if you ever worried about how we gonna have this person, how we gonna, bro, think about everything related to these characters. They can fight. They can fight. Gary Trotter, you said Jill Valentine. Yeah, they wanted to have Laura Croft in this game too. There's so many different characters in PlayStation's history, from their first party, second party, and third party. Like they got a lot of fucking characters. Kratos is a beast. As you see, Kratos is just all over the place. He played just like Kratos from God of War 1 and 2. He had a moveset from God of War 1.
But if they talk about Kratos in this again, which one would they put?
They'll probably put a new one, but they could still give him all his whole moveset. Because Kratos on this one played like God of War 1, 2, and 3, but he also had moves from the PSP one with the spear, the Spartan spear and shield. Yeah, that was from the PSP Kratos. He had that moveset. He also had the gauntlets from God of War 3. He had the Icarus wings from, I think, God of War, was it God of War 3 or 2? Yeah, he had moves from every fucking version of God of War. And they did a great job. They did research on every character. Same thing with Ratchet and Clank. He had all types of guns from every past Ratchet and Clank. Almost. Yeah, they can make it work with mature characters. Trust me. That was the whole thing about it. They had a shitload of mature characters. We'll talk about it later. But I gotta go to work now. Y'all can stay in here. We could talk. I should be here tomorrow to discuss some more stuff related to gaming and news. Thank you guys for the support. Like the video on the way out, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe and click the bell so you can be notified when we go live tomorrow morning.